Let's get to catering before somebody eats all the good food. Woo! Here we are at the Oscars. Thank you all. Thank you. Yes. We got bubbly. Let's get this show going. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw Ghostface.
Yeah.
New robe. I think that might be setting the standard for upcoming fashion trends.
Yeah, you know. And he's got a movie coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'll be at next... He might win an award next year's.
Do let us know from the start, just if you can hear and see us okay, just, you know.
We like to know.
There's a lot of things that go on the show, and sometimes technical difficulties happen, but hopefully not tonight, because this is our 8th year doing the Oscars.
Yes. The Late Late Horror Show with the Super Chat. Thanks for all your hard work every year putting this together, Danny and Gory. Awesome, thank you. Fairpoint Station with the Super Chat. Yeah.
Thank you so much. 666.
And thank you, Connie, for being a member. Really appreciate that.
We're gonna highlight your comments as much as we can. But yeah, if you send super chats in, we will definitely read them. Yeah, we have a lot of awards to get to tonight. So want to tell them what the Oscars is for anyone who's new here?
For anybody who doesn't know what the Oscars is, we are the horror alternative to the Oscars, which tends to disappoint a lot of horror fans anyways. And so we like to spend special attention
Stop watching them when they rob Toni Collette.
Yeah, I mean, I always see a couple clips here and there. Somebody got slapped a couple years ago, that kind of thing.
What?
But actually, that happened on ours last year. It was the same thing. But, yeah, so we focus on all the horror awards that usually get overlooked. They've been doing a little bit of horror acknowledgement lately. I'll give them that, but not nearly enough. We will fill that void. And that is what we are here to do. So we get different presenters to present each award. And these presenters are usually content creators. They're usually YouTubers or podcasters or Twitchers. Anything that but they're usually very loving of horror. And we want to shine not just a light on the awards to the movies that hopefully you walk away going, wow, I didn't even know about that movie. I'm going to check it out. But hopefully there'll be like a new channel or somebody else that makes content that you liked what they saw here today. And you're going to go subscribe to them as well. All right.
Is someone getting slapped tonight? Love the glamour girl. Who are some of the presenters we have tonight?
Oh, we've got a huge list. We got Onyx the Fortuitous on loan from Andrew Bowers. Sent him to us with some stipulations, some ad stipulations maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Andrew's actually super nice. There's no stipulations. Onyx is here. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff with him. Hopefully we can get away with some of that. And we got a lot of fan favorites. I see him in the audience there. Screaming Soup. That means Dead West and Mandy is going to be here looking sharp as ever. They'll be presenting. We got Dice Rollen. They will be presenting as well. We got some other new ones. We got the Chainsaw Girls making their debut. Known as both Allie or the Bunny as a wrestler and AK, who also wrestles on Ring of Honor and all kinds of stuff from AEW. I am a big fan of them, so that's cool that they're stepping out of the ring. They have a cool Chainsaw Girl podcast, which is they're big horror fans, and they're presenting this year. That's one of the good ones. Slash and Cass is in the audience. He's always here killing it, usually doing video games, but we're switching it up tonight. He's going to give us the Slash instead of the Cass this time. He's going to be presenting Best Death Scene.
He's got layers like an onion.
Oh, yeah,
or
definitely. And I have to say he killed it, as all of them did. Pun intended.
All right, we got a lot of awards to get to. I think there's 37 awards, so let's get started.
Break out a little bit of the bubbly. Get yourself comfortable. It's going to be a ride. But first, we got to pay tribute. This is one thing I can say, screw the Oscars. They messed up badly when they didn't even acknowledge him, but here we go for Best Lifetime Achievement Award.
Anthony Tyron Todd was born in Washington, D.C., December 4th, 1954. He grew up in Hartford, Connecticut, attending local public schools up until he graduated high school. In his youth, he was also enrolled at the Artist Collective, Inc., an interdisciplinary cultural institution that provides classes in dance, theater, music, and visual arts. Tony then spent a 2-year scholarship at the University of Connecticut, and that led him to further study at Eugene O'Neill National Actors Theater Institute. He also honed his craft at the Trinity Repertory Company in Providence, Rhode Island. In 1986, he married Fatima Cortez. They had 2 kids, Ariana and Alexander. They stayed married for the entirety of Tony's life. 1986 is also when Tony's film career began. He was credited for his first 2 movies, a fantasy thriller called Sleepwalk and the highly acclaimed Oliver Stone's war drama, Platoon.
Warren, you stay in, but I need Texan Jr. from your squad.
Roger that.
With his smoldering charisma and distinctly deep, gravelly voice, by the next year he would have no trouble finding work on both the big screen and the small. He'd soon get his big break in horror with the lead role of Ben in the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. Though it was his performance in the 1990 TV movie Ivory Hunters that caught the eye of director Bernard Rose, who insisted Tony play the titular character in his 1992 film, Candyman. This is the role that cemented Todd as a horror icon.
Be my victim.
Candyman was a household name. It spawned 2 sequels and a remake. He was an urban legend to children who haven't even seen the movies. But dare they speak his name 5 times in a mirror? He'd reoccurringly show up in other horror franchises as well, like Final Destination and Hatchet. Even off-screen, he enticed our ears as he became a very successful voice actor. You could also find Tony on the stage, as he acted in many Broadway plays. From appearing in iconic movies like The Crow and The Rock, landing reoccurring roles on TV, from The Young and the Restless to the Flash series, you've seen and heard his performance several times over. He was everywhere and the world was a better place for it. So here at Horror Addicts, we are very proud to honor the late and great Tony Todd with the Lifetime Achievement Award in Horror. Here's looking into the mirror and wishing you were still here.
To Tony.
To Tony.
Taken too soon. He's actually been pretty top on the list to get this award for a while, and we actually almost gave it to him last year, but we knew that Roger Corman's time was very limited. So we kind of gave it to that, and we didn't. It was actually a devastating shock to lose Tony the same year. We did not expect that, but he was going to get it this year regardless, either way. So, a moment for the Candyman. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Now that, got a little something and getting all emotional. Let's have some fun with some awards. All right. Well, how do we start? How does a movie start usually?
Screenplay.
Yeah, it usually is someone writes a screenplay, and then it usually gets thrown into a dumpster, like, several times. And every once in a while, they write enough screenplays, somebody decides not to throw one of them away, and decides to take a chance and actually make a movie out of it. So, screenplays is usually where it all begins, and sometimes where it all ends, sadly. But let's go to the screenplay. Who we got presenting?
We've got Jaime Enfuego from Enfuegotainment, and I'll mention again at the end here, but every single one of our every single one of our amazing presenters tonight is linked in the description below, so please do yourself a favor and subscribe to every single one of them, because they are incredibly talented and knowledgeable at horror.
Yeah, and I'll add time codes, obviously, later on when they're available. And if you're a member, there'll probably just be presenters-only videos available, which will be uncut completely. Sometimes, not this year, but sometimes they get cut a little bit for music or just too long of scenes. So
you might also recognize Jaime from his, he is one of the members of The Horror Show on his personal channel, Enfuegotainment. You don't want to miss out on that because he does a lot of deep dives into books, especially Stephen King. He's incredibly knowledgeable at King. So let's take it away.
Long days and pleasant nights, Fright fans, and I cordially welcome you to the 2025 edition of the Scares Diaries. I'm Jaime Enfuego from here on Enfuegotainment and on the Horror Show channel. Couldn't be there today, so I'm doing this one solo, and I am very stoked to be presenting the award for Best Writing of 2024, and as you can see from the tome of Stephen King stuff that is there behind me, Stephen King is my favorite author and emphasizes the importance of writing in horror. Sure, you can have an awesome performance from a final girl that can elevate stuff significantly, or some killer gore, that Carnage candy we all love so much, but at the end of the day, what can really elevate things with something like Scream is clever writing. And so it is my pleasure and honor. Thank you so much to Danny and Gory. And here are the nominees for Best Writing. Heretic, written by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Immaculate, written by Andrew LaBelle. I Saw the TV Glow, written by Jane Schoenbrunn. Lisa Frankenstein, written by Diablo Cody. Oddity, written by Damian McCarthy. Your Monster, written by Caroline Lindy. You know, I auditioned for that last one, and they said I was a little too fanger and not Ron Perlman enough, perhaps. Anyway, and the winner is, drum roll please. Yeah, I know, as children of Bodom used to say, get a little blood drunk on these award shows, but damn it, I guess I forgot to wind him up. Anyway, here we are, and the winner of the Oscar is... Motherfucker, I got you, that's right. Scott Beck and Brian Woods for Heretic! Congratulations to those guys. Ever since they broke through with A Quiet Place, they've been doing some killer stuff. So once again, to all of the Oscars viewers, so very stoked to be here and present this award. And congrats once again to Heretic. It was a hell of a flick. And yes, I've been Fuego. Y'all have been rad status. And hopefully, until next year, I'm going to go have another bite to eat because I still got some appetite. Bye.
Thank you, Jaime. And you got red on you.
Yeah, I told you guys there'd be blood. Be prepared for that. So, all right. Sometimes, honestly, though, a screenplay is not the first thing that starts it. Sometimes if you're working for, like, Charles Band, he's like, there's a poster. That's how we're going to start. I don't care. Just make sure there's a castle and a creep. I don't care how you do it, but there's the poster. So, I think we should also bust out posters because we need to be visually enticed to see these movies, right?
Yeah, bust it. And you know who's going to bust it for us tonight? It's going to be our good friend. Some of you know him as Grandpa Horror, the horror miser Monty G's, brought to us from Philadelphia, where he's born and raised. Actually, I don't know if he's born and raised, but in the playground is where he spent most of his days.
It's always sunny there, too.
Yes. Monty is incredibly knowledgeable about horror. He's one of the biggest supporters of everybody in the horror community. And he is presenting Best Poster for us today. I was also on his channel recently. One of the things he does this month is he celebrates women in horror, which I think is really incredible. I was on his show, so be sure to check that out, as well as all the other amazing ladies that he featured.
Hey, horror fans. Once again, it is me, the horror miser, Monty G. First of all, thank you, Dan and Glory, for bringing me back once again for the 2024 Oscars. Yes, just simply just love this presentation here. Now, obviously, horror fans, in order to market your film, not only do you have to have an effective trailer, you also have to have an effective poster. You have to have something that's going to grab the viewer's attention and say, you know what? I want to see that. I want to see that poster. I want to see that movie because that poster has got me interested in seeing that movie. I mean, one of the most effective posters that I saw was obviously Jaws, because you see the woman swimming, and all of a sudden you see the shark coming up to bite her. And it's like, oh my God, I got to see that movie. And especially during the 70s, because we don't have social media back then, it was simply just the posters and word of mouth. So having an effective poster is a good way to get your people attention and get people to see the horror film. And so now what we have here for the Oscars, I'm going to present to you the best poster for 2024. And so the nominees for best poster of 2024, we have first, I Saw the Glow. VHS Beyond. Street Trash. Can't get a better poster than that. Heretic. Late Night with the Devil. Cocaine Werewolf. I gotta see this one. I have not heard anyone talk about this particular film, but that poster is very effective. And finally, Stop Motion. And now the Oscar goes to, drum roll please, Late Night with the Devil. Yes, give it a round of applause. Not surprising that this won. I actually thought Street Trash would actually win because that was a very effective poster, but I think mainly because how great this film was, and obviously you see the characters on fire, obviously representation of the devil, very effective poster. So Late Night with the Devil wins the Oscar. Today I have it, horror fans. That is my presentation for the Oscars. And back to you, Dan and Gory. And also remember that horror rules. Please stay safe out there, guys.
You rule, Monty. You rule.
Enough said.
And Late Night of the Devil had a really cool poster. It was very hot, you know? Very hot.
Very hot, very hot, very happening. Very
I can
now.
see why that won. There was really good posters.
So we have a question from Leo Smith.
Oh, do people get physical awards? Well, yes, when they really want them, I make sure they get them.
Or if we happen to see them in person, then we're just like, hey, you want your award? You want your award?
Yeah.
And they're like, what is that? Is that a carry? I think that's what Barbara Crampton called
Barbara
it.
Crampton called it the carry. She's like, I want a
I call
carry.
it the carry.
But yeah, I contacted her, and she was like, I would love one. And then I was like, oh, wait, I see that you're coming up to Seattle Crypticon. I'll give it to you there. And she's like, okay, cool. And I did. We've also mailed, like, Joe Bob his. We ran into Elvira. We just asked her on the spot if she wanted it. She was happy to have it. So,
On the off chance that any of our winners tonight happen to want their carry, be sure to let us know. You can email us at horroraddictstv@gmail.com.
yeah. Presenting later tonight, Ronnie Angel, but he's won one. He covets that like it's his precious. So, there you go. I'm kind of glad, though, that not everybody does want one because it'd be really expensive for me to, like, send them. But I will. Just let me know. Anybody who wins one. All right, so...
you got a super chat from the Late Late Horror Show.
Another super chat from Dino. Thank you, Street Trash, for the win. Woo! Dino.
Thank you so much, Dino. Dino, by the way, if you need something to relax to at the end of your day, you do need to check out his channel because he plays radio dramas on his channel that are fantastic.
Yes, especially when it gets to spooky season. I mean, I wish it was spooky season all the time. But my customers at the Time Capsule, I will play Dino's radio shows there because it's a little more on brand. Sometimes I put his murder mystery ones just anytime, though. They're very fun in listening to. Dino, you're always welcome back. So let us know if you ever want to present again.
And this show is your show. This is not the Oscars where it's an elite group of people. You guys pick the nominees. So if you follow us on social media, Horror Addicts is on all the major platforms. You tell us what you want to win. You can tell us anytime during the year, that we do gather them towards like around January. But anytime during the year, we keep a spreadsheet. We keep it all organized. You let us know if there's somebody you want to see get a Lifetime Achievement Award. Doesn't mean that they'll necessarily get it, but we listen to you guys. We read every single one of the messages that you guys send us.
Yeah, if you're ever like just watching a horror movie and you have that Leonardo DiCaprio meme going on, the best final girl of the year, I swear. Just message me. I don't care what time of year it is. I'll look at it and I'll add it to the list.
Ideas for more awards, anything like that. And of course, everybody that we know in the horror community, we send the ballot so that they can vote. Yeah. If that's something that you're interested in and you're not already getting one, let us know. We'll make sure that you get one.
Yeah, if you we can tell that you pay attention and you follow up on horror all year. Love you too, Dino. Love you too, buddy. Thank you again for another super chat. But yeah, if you are paying attention to horror all year, we will send you one, and happily to, and you can vote as well. Filmmakers vote, not just the presenters obviously vote, but there's so many other people. And I see like Cheers for Fears in the audience. They're great presenters. We might have to get them back soon. A lot of people. We send it to them, like, and even not just us. We're obviously I don't.
And that's the thing too. If you want to see your favorite YouTuber, we try to follow everybody, but let us know if you want to see somebody. We can do our best to try and get them.
Yeah.
This is your guys' show. We want you guys to be proud of the people that win, the people that are nominated, because it's about the horror community.
Exactly, and I still have a bucket list that of people I'm still trying to get, and it's weird because like I'm never like, oh, how am I going to top last year? And then I find somehow I do. I always like, oh, I'm super excited to show everybody. So I've got freaking Onyx, Slayer of the Bright Realm tonight.
I'm the co-host here. Danny does all the work of contacting everybody and organizing it, and he really puts a lot into this.
You can contact Horror Addicts on Facebook, but most likely Instagram and even Twitter. I'm not gonna call it.
Look at this cute dog back here. That's Brocky.
Oh yeah, he is just hampered, likely just passed out there.
You got another super chat, and then let's get on to our next award.
All right. Thank you, Connie Cleary. Thank
Connie,
you.
we love you. Thank you so much for all the support that you give us on both of our channels.
She's a member, and she's rocking that unique blood bucket badge, and that's a perfect badge for tonight.
And our next award is fan film.
Yes, sometimes, like, okay, so Jason can't win an award tonight, right? Because he has no movies. Same thing with Michael Myers. No, that's not true. Fan films is an award here. It's one of the few awards that we allow to be, like, even if it is strictly YouTube only, we allow it. Because, I mean, how else are you going to see a fan film? But how else are you going to see Jason kill people? How are you going to see Michael Myers kill people every year? Fan films are the way to go, and we're going to send it over to... Jason Takes Omegle on channel 13.
And something I want to add to that is a lot of the things that you guys want to see in your movies, fan films have done. You want to see Jason in the snow? There's a fan film of that. So hopefully we can introduce you to some really great ones. Jason Takes Omegle, and he goes all out. His production value is top notch. So yeah, check out Jason Takes Omegle.
Hey babe, I didn't hear you come back to the tent last night. Sure hope you went up all night drinking again and got lost trying to take a piss. Jen? Jen?
All right, congratulations to Alien Monday. That was an animated film, and boy, actually blew my mind.
And you can watch it as well as a lot of the other fan films for free on YouTube.
Yeah, I would highly recommend watching those ones, especially that Alien Monday. It's not super long, but it's very well detailed, and it's just giving you xenomorphs killing people, and that's what I love in an Alien movie. So thank you again very much, Jason Takes Omegle. Obviously, you killed it, like literally, as you are a killer. Jason, Australian Jason, everyone, just killing people down under.
Jason Down Under.
Yes. Why didn't we ever get that movie? Well, I mean, we just did, technically.
I mean, we kind of do. If
Yeah.
you watch his channel, you get that
That's
movie.
all it is. It's rad. All right, so now we're going to move on to movies that, like, were made by studios, like franchise features, because that's the way...
So, our franchises are something that I think a lot of us hold near and dear to our heart. A lot of us get excited, even though we might get frustrated with certain elements of it. We get excited when there's a new Scream movie, there's a new Leatherface movie, there's a new Jason movie, because these characters are their family to us. And so we want to celebrate the best franchises of the year, the best franchise features of the year. So in order to be a franchise feature, it needs to have at least 2 movies.
Yeah,
right?
No, at least 3.
At least 3 movies.
The third movie makes it a franchise. So that's kind of the rule we do here. Once there's a third movie, it counts as a franchise feature, and then we add it to here. So we're going to send it over to Jen, Reviews from the Grave, and she is accompanied by her friend Velvet. And take it away, ladies.
jack shit, but if it's anything, probably obscure indie movies that no one talks about. They usually don't get franchises.
No, you're so wrong on that. We are the...
Okay, our first technical difficulty of the night, we had no sound, but you know what? I fixed it. So let's head on back over to Jen's Reviews from the Grave.
Hey, everybody out there in Scareland. This is Jen, and Velvet is with me.
That means nothing to anyone who isn't familiar with us pre-existing content.
Just let me have my moment. They like us. They really like us.
Well, original. You did the most obvious reference when you're talking about award shows. Wow, good
look,
on you.
Gory said we should show who we really are. And speaking of Gory and Dan, thank you so much for having us to be presenters as part of the Oscars. We are so honored beyond belief. And for our category, we're gonna be presenting the best horror franchises. And I know you guys are thinking, of course, because what do they know us for?
Probably absolutely jack shit, but if it's anything, probably obscure indie movies that no one talks about. They usually don't get franchises.
No, you're so wrong on that. We are the go-to franchise of the horror community.
We are?
You want to know? We did that movie about Jason, and it had Freddy too. And we've done one of the Evil Deads, and we've done two of the Psychos. We've done not one, but dos. For those of you bilingual out there, dos. But of course, those are just for the casual horror fans. What we are known for, what our reputation is cemented on in this community is the He Who Walks Behind the Rose. You want to know about a Children of the Corn film? We got you covered, because we've seen every one of them.
Well, they ain't here for a comedy routine, and we barely qualify as such.
Please love me. I need this moment. Please love me. Love me.
Dignity and grace.
Dignity and grace. Okay, enough of our spiel though. Let's get on to what people actually care about. And the nominees for the best horror franchise, there's 6 of them. We have Alien Romulus,
Quiet Place, Day One,
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire,
The First Omen,
VHS Beyond,
Terrifier 3.
and the winner is, it's that supernatural Art the Clown himself. Oh my God, Terrifier 3. Whoa, my boy. Whoa. Yeah, suck it, the rest of you. Congratulations! It's just an honor to be nominated, really.
To be nominated. Congratulations to David Howard Thornton and the rest of the crew of the Terrifier franchise for their victory.
Awesome. Great picks, and thank you, Dan and Gory, for having us. And we turn it back to you guys. Everybody, enjoy the Oscars, and we'll see you soon.
Or we won't. This will be the last time you ever see us. Who knows?
Bye.
I am relating hard to Jen's energy here. Like, I am totally, as far as this goes, if we're going to do the Sex and the City thing, I'm the Jen, and Danny with an I is the Velvet.
Yeah, I like Velvet's style. They remind me of human form Luna from Hell of a Boss. That's with kind of like Gwen, and I love Hell of a Boss. So that's Velvet seems really cool. Danny with an I would go out and have we all 4 go out and have a ladies' night and have some drinks. Be great. All right. So congratulations to Terrifier 3 for being the best franchise installment. It really killed us. I remember...
I can't believe it's a franchise now. I mean,
is.
like, it's been such a victory because it started as this, like, little indie film. And now it's something that's in theaters, which is really exciting.
Oh, yeah. Terrifier 2 was in limited theaters. Terrifier 3 came to our theater. We went and saw it.
We live in a small town.
In the theater, the big room, they had Joker 2, right?
Oh!
And guess what? It was empty in the big room. Above it was the small room, and it was, like, full of people. Like, why couldn't they just switch it so people...
They should have, but you know what's really exciting is we were on SNL.
Yes.
And on the New York Times, because our small, tiny little theater, the ceiling collapsed during the new Captain America movie.
Yeah.
So that's us.
That was us.
And buttfuck nowhere, Washington State.
And they better fix it.
We have sparkly vampires and Bigfoot.
Yeah. Gonna make a Bigfoot movie.
So you wanted to say something to the Glamour Ghoul?
Oh, mime is a terrible thing to waste?
I think we should waste all the mimes. fuck mimes?
I'm actually gonna be trying to make a movie starring my son Lols called Moist Mime.
That's the two things I hate the most.
It'll be just kind of a drippy, wet mime that kills people. It'll be very much a ripoff of Art the Clown, I will say. But it'll be a fun short film.
He lives to torture me, so what's our next award, honey?
Next award. Well, alright, since that's the worst thing, right? You hate those things. Those are like, you hate mimes and you hate the word moist. Those are like the worst things for you.
Why did you have to say it?
Well, everybody has their worst thing. And in fact, this is the award for worst film. Because this is like... They just dropped the ball on these ones, and I hate to...
Oddly enough, though, the movie that had a mime in it was Terrifier 3, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
so
it was a little weird.
The worst.
It was a little weird watching a Christmas movie in October at the theater, but I still really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Terrifier 4. But right now, let's go to worst and send it over to Confused Reviews.
I'd rather tag in for Danger Aaron than watch this dog water.
Okay, we did it again. You know what? It's live, and things happen when it's live, but at least we didn't do the whole Moonlight thing. Anyway, Confused Reviews, save us.
2024 was certainly a year for the history books. And an insane year deserves an equally insane stack of scary movies.
Take care of yourself.
Unfortunately, that's not what I'm here for, as the 8th excruciating Oscars only hits my line to offer up the absolute worst horror movie of 2024. There was no shortage of shite this year, and it's to the point I'd like to have a word with a couple of these decision makers.
Oh no.
The nominees are Night Swim. The fact that this stupid damn movie about a killer swimming pool made more money than Abigail and Maxine urges me that much closer to dumping chlorine in my fucking eyes.
Don't do that!
Mickey's Mousetrap. I'd rather tag in for Danger Aaron than watch this dog water. The House of Mouse can't stop us from using Michael Moneymaker anymore. And this is the best you could do? This is unrelated, but Mouse Hunt is a million times better, and you should go watch that immediately. Anyway, whoever went through with this one should have their Steamboat Willie chopped the fuck off.
I never got to ask her out, and he just cut her head off.
Tarot. One of the hundreds of vapid cookie-cutter junk where some dipshit screenwriter chose a random object and mad-libbed playing cards over the same cursed crap as the last 50. Like, I was skimming this and I was like, there's gonna be the scene with the old lady who had it happen to her before, and sure enough, there it fucking was! Watch out for the eventual Magic 8-Ball horror movie. I'm sure the script's being finalized as we speak.
Don't count on it! Oh!
Afraid.
It's AI fried.
This movie doesn't try, so I'm not trying, and instead decided to use an AI replica for my voice here. This fucking movie just steals the plot from Treehouse of Horror 12.
Yep, a machine.
The Crow. If Brandon Lee had lived long enough to see this, he'd have asked to have been shot twice. The Exorcism. Not to be confused with last year's Russell Crowe-led The Pope's Exorcist.
But it's weird that it happened twice, right?
But the background of this one is way more interesting than the movie itself. So it's clear the movie they're meant to be remaking within the actual story is 1973's The Exorcist.
Doubt you've ever heard of it.
With Russell Crowe's character, Anthony Miller, based on Father Karras' actor Jason Miller. Jason Miller is the father of Joshua John Miller, this movie's director. So with that context, it's apparent he's pulling from his father's real-life experiences in this crummy, botched exorcism movie. It gets even stranger because The Exorcism was shot back in 2019 under the name The Georgetown Project, and then mysteriously shelved and delayed for years. Then, after his last religious romp was released, they did some additional filming and pooped out this incoherent mess in June.
Be gone!
So what does it all mean? I have no idea, but if you have any idea, be sure to hit me up or leave a note in the suggestion box. And this year's feathery and foul winner, with a W, the disrespectful, the uninspired, the released way too late after the fad was over, boring, cringy, lifeless, tonally incomprehensible, forced, forgettable fucking gunk is The Crow. I promise you I'll be back to dissect this decaying bird carcass more intimately. But for now, all I can say is the next time anybody involved with this movie has an idea this bad again, I'm stapling their fucking hands to their tacky black trench coats.
It's not a jacket, it's a duster.
Thank God Skarsgård flew over to playing horny vampires instead.
I am an appetite, nothing more.
Okay, so I don't like to crap on any horror movies too much anyways, but the reason why we have this award is because Confused Reviews does such a good job. Like, every time he not only explains the movies and does a detailed, like, he does his research, but he also makes me laugh out loud every time I see it.
Plus, there is pride to be had in having the worst movie of the year. A lot of movies try. Try. And not only did The Crow try, but it had budget, all right? This wasn't like a straight to streaming thing. This is something that came out in your theaters. They got a Bill Skarsgård in it, all right? They tried. And you know what? They've earned this award. So, congratulations.
It's also very Confused Reviews, because Crow actually got nominated for another award that you'll see later tonight. How did it get nominated for an award and also win worst movie?
But if you want to see the best on YouTube roasting horror movies, or any movie for that matter, do check out Confused Reviews.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he likes a movie, and those are fun too, but it's really fun when he doesn't like a movie.
But you know what? It's time for now.
It's time for an ad break. By that contract from Andrew Bauer. Once again, just kidding. We got to show some ads because Onyx the Fortuitous was such a good movie for 2023, and unfortunately, we saw it right after we did the Oscars. Then we had to move. We moved, as soon as we did the last year's Oscars, we started packing boxes that night. Because we had to move right away out of our house. And we're trying to make up for the fact that we missed out on Onyx the year before. So we're going to give you an extra dose of Onyx.
Oh, and you got a super chat from the Horror Show.
It is live and is real, thanks. Yes, it's kind of my fault, because Gory told me to check the volumes and stuff on them, and I was, but I didn't know exactly what I was looking for. So even though there's a volume bar, some of them might not have volume. We will fix that as we go.
Hopefully it won't happen again, but I will check on it.
And hopefully,
it's easy to fix.
Hopefully this ad break doesn't break the stream. Even though we have permission, YouTube's kind of weird.
Are you ready? After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hopefully.
If you know, you know.
Meow meow, Onyx the Fortuitous here, letting y'all know that my movie, Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls, is now available on Vudu. I don't know. And to celebrate, I just ingested a fuck ton of that zombie powder from the movie Serpent in the Rainbow. Oh, what's that? Oh, Vudu is spelled V-U-D-U? Oh, not V-O-O-D-O-O, like the Haitian religion formed between the 16th and 19th centuries? Huh. Ah well. Check out my movie now on Vudu. You know, I don't think this powder is working. I think, maybe it's expired, or maybe I got a bum batch. No, there it is. Woo, we're in it now. Pop quiz, motherfuckers. Which Phil Pullman is the sexiest Phil Pullman? Casper PP or Serpent in the Rainbow PP? Trick question. While you were sleeping is the most fuckable Pullman.
Incorrect. The most fuckable Pullman is Near Dark. Severin. No. This is our 13th year of marriage, but it can be our last, sir. It can be our last.
I mean,
just move on to the next award if you know it's good for you.
Sandra Bullock's my favorite Sandra Bullock movie is While You're Sleeping, to be honest. She's so cute in that movie. All right, so that didn't break us. Thank God we're still here. YouTube can be weird about playing other people's stuff.
Hi, James.
Like I said, Andrew Bowser gave us permission. He wanted to play his Vudu. Check it out on Vudu. Actually, it's now called Fandango. It's like they just recently rebranded.
They don't care about any of this stuff.
Yeah, but if you have Fandango, you can watch Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. And I highly recommend it. So,
all right, so next.
All right, we survived that ad break. What do we have next? We have to go to...
So we have a special award here that you're not going to find on that other award show where we celebrate the funniest movie of the year. Because I think the other thing that gets neglected by award shows, aside from horror, is humor and comedy. And I think the two hardest things to do in any kind of media is to make people laugh and to scare people.
Yeah.
So we're going to celebrate the funniest horror movie of the year.
Yeah, and not ironically, like the last section of movies. So let's go to Blood and Brews.
Good evening, horror fans and gore enthusiasts. Blood and Brews is honored to present the nominees for Funniest Horror Film in 2024. And the nominees are Beetlejuice, Lisa Frankenstein, Clickbait Unfollowed, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Here for Blood, Slay, and Crackoon. Ryan, envelope please. Seriously? All right. And the winner is Lisa Frankenstein. I would ask you to clap, but you only have one arm left. All right. Thank you for inviting us to this year's Oscar Awards, and everybody have a good night.
Cheers to Blood and Brews. Albert, you're awesome. Ryan, you're a zombie. I'm glad to you, even though you only have one hand, thanks for appearing.
Speaking of zombies, I'm just going to throw this out there. So Danny has got this new weight loss tea that has cordyceps in it. Is this insane? Tell us in the comments. I think he's going to be a zombie.
I'm drinking a mushroom coffee, yes. it's
with
so
cordyceps in it. It's on the package.
So what? I mean, I've seen The Last of Us. I want to be on the winning side. And I'm losing weight doing it, so yay. But anyways, Albert, I would love to have a beer with you sometime. Even Ryan, even though I don't want his, fingers or anything that might fall off near my beer. You guys are awesome. Thank you for doing a great job. I have two hands, so I will applaud you both. And applaud to Lisa Frankenstein.
I loved that movie.
It was like one of your absolute favorites of the year, wasn't it?
I think it was like my top 3. And you can stream it on Amazon Prime.
I felt like it was almost like the closest we were going to get to a Beetlejuice cartoon. Like where her and Beetlejuice and Lydia are friends and they go on adventures together. But then we got Beetlejuice, and it gave us a little bit of that, I guess. A little bit. But I think Lisa Frankenstein was still very funny. All those movies were funny. So check them out. And
our next award is...
Well, what makes us laugh? I mean, not just a funny movie, but a comic relief, right?
Aye.
The comic relief. Even movies that aren't actually funny will have a little levity because a great comic relief can bring you back.
So let's send it over to one of our funniest members of the horror community, Random Horror, who has so many characters, I can't even keep track of them all.
I can at least keep track of this one. It's the narrator.
He's fantastic. Take it away.
Greetings. I am the narrator. And I see that it is the scares again. I know, right? There's nothing wrong with your television or screen set. No, it's just you can't see me, but I can see you. Actually, I'm just sat here, in a room with some lines to read. But anyway, yes, I have been chosen on behalf of Random Horror this year to give the award at the Scares for the Best Comic Relief of Horror 2024. But before revealing our winner, we have to first go through our nominees. So, let's go through them, shall we? So, the nominees are Fred Durst from Y2K,
It's Fred fucking Durst. Damn, dude, you look like shit.
Let's break stuff.
Camille Najani from Ghostbusters Frozen Empire,
Hold on. Okay. Look, dude, I'm probably your worst nightmare.
Okay. Real talk, man, to whatever. I don't want to hurt you.
Alex Winters from Destroy All Neighbors,
Hello, Willie. No, what? No. You fucked me up good, bro. No, you're dead. Your pieces in a tub. You can't kill me, Willie.
Catherine Newton in Abigail,
I got him!
Sammy, those are fucking onions.
Well, I don't cook, I don't know.
Libby Letlow from VHS Beyond,
You're the most precious creature I've ever seen.
Oh, nice. Looks fun.
Robert, this is Pickles. Continuing with the tour.
Does anyone else live here?
Or I think you were prying into my personal life. No, I meant the meals are for us. Any furry friends who happen to be staying with.
and Haley Joel Osmond from Blink Twice.
Tom.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi.
Where's Lucas at?
That was the guy that shot.
So, all of these nominees have given it their all and all deserve a pat on the back, but there can only be one winner in this, and the winner for Best Comic Relief in Horror 2024 goes to, drumroll, Catherine Newton from Abigail. Yes, congratulations to her. Commiserations to all the others. You gave it your all, and you sure earned your place here as a mention at this year's Scares. Well, that's pretty much it from this part of the show. I have been the narrator, and this has been the award for Best Comic Relief in Horror 2024. Enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll be seeing you around next year. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.
Congratulations, Catherine Newton. I think she is so funny. I loved her in Lisa Frankenstein and in Abigail.
Yeah, hilarious. The whole onion bit.
And my buddy Torchbearer met her. She
Great.
does conventions too, which I think is really great. A lot of people do conventions after they've decided to like retire from acting, but yeah, you can meet her. She's fantastic.
At least towards the end of their career anyways. Yeah, so that's cool. It's someone up and coming still doing it. Good job, Ross, especially the narrator, for presenting random horror. And you know what? I found a lot of those guys to be hilarious. What else can you find, though? You can find footage. I know.
That was a stretch.
It's a bit of a segue, isn't it, here? But ride with me. Don't go off the cliff with me, but the segue is going there. We are going...
I'm full thumb on the weeds with you, baby. You know it.
Ride or die with the segue.
I can't even do this properly.
All right, so the next category is found footage, and we're going to be sending it over to my boss, From Dougie Fresh from the Time Capsule
Sweet
TV.
Dougie Fresh!
Hope he's watching right now. He's probably at the time. Well, no, they're just closing up, but maybe he's still watching.
And what is the Time Capsule?
The Time Capsule is where I work. It is a retro store if you're in the Wenatchee, Washington area and you want to buy some old toys,
That's where we live.
movies, music, CDs, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's also free-to-play arcade. So, there's also just a really creepy area underneath the city that kind of connects to the building. And I remember my first time at the Time Capsule. It was, well...
Why are you making this sound like chud?
It was... You're
supposed to, like, highlight it. Make people want to go there.
It was, like, almost yesterday. A dream sequence. Like, Cartman. Like, oh, my God. Oh, what the... Where am I? What's going on in here? What is that? Oh, the light switch doesn't work. Oh, light there. Let me out! What the hell is this place? What is this? Is that a phone? Oh, it's got a light on it. Cool. Oh, nasty, man. This phone's been hacked, man. There's like nothing on here. I can't even make an emergency call. Well, it's got the camera and the light. Oh. Oh. God, I'm an idiot. Hello? What the hell is this? Okay, it's like a bathroom, laundry room. Hello? Are we in the shower? Oh, this is freaking creepy, man. What is this place? What the heck? Why are these doors locked? What are they keeping in here? Oh, I got locks on them. Oh, okay. This door doesn't have a... Okay, that one does, but this one... Okay. Alright, well at least there's light. It's way creepy though. I don't know what's going on, man. Is that a bathtub? Whoa, this place is like a dungeon. Alright, just follow the light. Man, how did I get here? I have no idea what happened last night. Hello? Anybody in there? What is... What the hell? Time capsule. This place is rad. Huh. Is that a... That's a Roomba. Hey, Roomba. Who owns you? What is this place? I'm assuming it's the Time Capsule. This place is cool. I wonder if they're hiring. I don't know how I got here, but... I don't know. Whoa, was that an arcade in the back? Holy crap. This place... That's a little creepy. Oh, Pac-Man! Nice! Huh. Oh, fuck! Ah! Game.
Hello, and welcome to Time Capsule TV, where we unbox the past, analyze the present, and explore horror movies. More specifically, found footage horror movies. Okay, so obviously it's a little bit different here. I want to thank Danny Nightmare and Gory B for inviting me to the scares, and thank you all for watching. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but this is a great way to come back to it. I'm a big movie fan in general. Danny Nightmare knows this. You guys can see the little short that we did before this. It was really nice. That was really fun. I'm a big found footage fan, and just independent movies in general. Kevin Smith fan. Like, I got the Vulgar somewhere up here. There it is. But I mean, I'm a big found footage fan. That was really fun to. It was fun to kill Dan because he killed me in his first short that he put me in. But a little bit of revenge there. I feel like that was fun. Thanks for doing that, Dan. Again, without further ado, enough about me. Let's get into this. So, best found footage movie, right? This is what we're talking about. The nominees, right? First nominee is Frogman. All right. Frogman was pretty fun. I actually watched that one. That was really cool. I mean, you could tell they were really much inspired by the Blair Witch Project, which is one of my favorite movies. Blair Witch Project. I love that thing. Okay. Nominee number 2, Mind, Body, Spirit. We just watched this one last night. Kayla really enjoyed that one. I mean, I liked it. It was good. It was really fun. Nominee number 3, Haunted Ulster Live. Alright, that one's pretty cool too. Nominee number 4. One of my favorite on the list. Obviously, I'm really big into VHSs. VHS Beyond. Okay. Another great one. Number 5. This is one of the only trilogies I've seen in the list in the genre other than VHS Beyond. Horror in the High Desert 3, Firewatch. And then last but certainly not least, Milk and Cereal. This one was on YouTube and it was free. I recommend this one. It was a surprise. I've seen these guys do comedy on TikTok and little shorts and stuff, but I did not know they did this. I don't know. The whole comedy horror trend is really fun for me. Okay. I'm really excited about this one, you guys. I think without further ado, we can just get into it. And the best found footage horror movie of the year is VHS Beyond. Congratulations to the movie. Congratulations to all the winners of the day of the scares. VHS Beyond is a great one. Justin Long and his brother, Christian, I believe is his name, is very much inspired by Tusk. Justin Long was in Kevin Smith's Tusk movie. It was very, very fun. The stork scene in the beginning definitely deserves the win. Runner-up, in my opinion, would be the Milk and Cereal movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend going and see it. All right, enough about me. Let's get back to the show. Dan and Danny Nightmare and Gory B Movie, please enjoy the rest of your show. You guys have fun. All right, enough said.
Thank you, Dino, Late Horror Show, for another quick shot of that clean toilet. It wasn't clean, I'll be honest. It was gross. And I've always seen that gross area, and I was like, we should film this. It's kind of like a little bit of an idea where I was like, we should film the found footage there. So that was mine. But Doug did hire me. That was my actual, basically, interview to how I got the job. So there you go. You saw how my first day at the Time Capsule. I've been working there ever since. Thankfully, I got that slasher, I don't know, healing factor. There we go. That's a good word for it. And my son's, he's half demon, so he can heal me anytime I need to. Doug has appeared on Horror Addicts several times for reviews. I think the last time, him and his wife, Killer Kayla, we all 4 reviewed Alien Romulus. And when I appeared on his show, he tried to kill me with one of those Pocky chips. So if you actually want to see me die from eating the hottest, spiciest thing in the world I've ever had, and I've had so many ghost peppers and all things, I thought I was going to be fine. But that Pocky chip coats your tongue blue, and it just continues to get worse and worse and worse no matter how long it's on your tongue. So go check out Time Capsule TV if you want to see me die, and just to see Doug do some really cool nerd stuff. Alright. So what's our next
Our next award is for new horror TV series. So I think that's pretty hard, you know. You've got a new series, you don't have an already established audience, so we want to celebrate that and separate it from shows that we are already big fans of.
Yes. So from found footage to finding new TV shows that you want to dedicate a lot of your life to, because sometimes you stream them all and you've given up so many of your hours, but they're worth it because they're so damn good. Nora Wallace, thank you for the super chat. This is for the
I know,
four-legged
Nora.
cutie on the couch.
Let her see the gorgeous boy, Brocky.
Brocky, the real star of the show.
Nora and I are friends who love to collect spiders. All the spiders are over here.
So, for new shows, we're going to have a returning presenter, Rayanne, and her husband, Joey, at Rayanimator Reviews. They're awesome, and they're really fun, so let's go send it over to them.
Hey guys, we are Rayanimator Reviews, and we got the wonderful task of... Ooh, that's not good. Nope. Hey guys, we are Rayanimator Reviews, and we have the honor of presenting for the Oscars. Thank you so much to the Horror Addicts. The category that we will be presenting is the Best New Horror TV Show of 2024.
And the nominees are Hysteria, Dead Boy Detectives, Teacup, The Creep Tapes, Agatha All Along, and Parasite the Grey.
And the winner is Creep Tapes. So thank you so much again for having us present. Congratulations to the Creep Tapes, and enjoy the rest of the Oscars. Bye.
We're happy to have you back, Rayanimator Reviews. Rayanne and Joey, really cool couple, especially fun, just great people in the horror community. And you're welcome, Dougie Fresh, for welcoming you into the horror community. So, after that, I mean, am I too quiet? Apparently I'm too quiet. All right, that is new TV and huge win.
Now we're going to turn it over to one of the people who I think has the best voices on YouTube.
Yeah. The Creep Tapes. I love the Creep Tapes. Did you not love the Creep Tapes?
I love the Creep Tapes.
Yes, go check them out on Shudder. The Creep Tapes. I love the Creeped movies, 1 and 2 especially, and I just really am glad that show caught on. When I started watching it, I'm like,
the one with his mom the best.
The one with his mom. I like the parachuting one the best because he was like so elaborate with his whole birder who's
the
like.
The mom one reminded me of me and Lels.
Yeah, a little too much, honestly, though.
Yeah, whatever. Don't judge.
And, Peach Fuzz made a return.
Peach Fuzz!
I'm glad that other people liked the Creep Tapes, because when I watched them, like, am I the only one who likes the Creep Tapes? I hope not. So I'm glad other people love it. All right, what were we going to say?
Next up, we have the returning horror TV series. So these are series that are returning for their second, third, fourth, maybe beyond season. Shows that you already know and love. Shows that you may be fans of. And if not, definitely get on that. Yeah, and we're going to be bringing back a really cool presenter at Rainbow Fright. So DeRay is amazing. Her voice is amazing. She should do audiobooks and stuff and just narrate my life. But she's going to be letting us know which was the best returning series, which is very hard because to keep our attention for one season is one thing, but to keep our attention for 6, 7, 8 seasons, that takes a lot of work and a lot of good writing. So let's send it over to Rainbow Fright.
Good evening, fellow Stardust. Tonight, we convene amidst the haunting echoes of cinematic tales to honor the chilling, thrilling, and downright spine-tingling. As we celebrate the best returning TV horror series of 2024, let us recognize those that have kept us entertained and at the edge of our seats. Each of these shows has proven its resilience in the fearsome arena of horror, captivating audiences with stories of the macabre, the mysterious, and the monstrous. The nominees tonight have not only returned, but have resurrected our deepest fears, and with style. Let's take a moment to behold the nightmares they have woven as I present the nominees for the 8th Annual Oscars Best Returning Horror Series of 2024. American Horror Stories. What We Do in the Shadows. From Chucky, Interview with a Vampire, and Evil. And the winner is What We Do in the Shadows with its 6th season. So well deserved. And until next time, Stardust, peace.
It's very fitting that What We Do in the Shadows won, because we're always talking about how great Laszlo's voice is and like how he should narrate stuff.
I adore him.
So that the fact that D-Ray like did that presentation, like, oh, if they like did a book together, like she did all the female characters, he did all the male characters, it would just be.
You don't need a book, just watch your channel.
That's true, but saying you would melt.
I love
to
What
those
We Do in the
voices.
Shadows. So sad it's over, but
hey.
it was fantastic.
And it went out with a bang. It won. So we're going to send it over to Are You Afraid of the Dark with Bree, Derek, Andrew, and Tori.
They are our friends from Seattle, also regulars at Seattle Crypticon. That's coming up in May, so you can check them out on a lot of the panels up there.
And we gave them this award specifically because it's actually a big deal to us, because Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl are coming to Seattle Crypticon this year. So
and we get to interview them.
Yes, we get to interview them.
If you go, you should check it out.
So we definitely wanted to give them nonfiction, the award that Joe Bob is always nominated for. Let's find out if he actually wins.
And you got a super chat.
Oh, before we go to the super chat, Haley and Dan, aka Gory and Danny Nightmare, your love is an eternal as the creeping dread that consumes us all. Just kidding, mostly. We love you to the depths of the abyss and back. Mummy B Movie and Dustin,
That's
aka
my little brother.
Zigma, and all.
And my mommy. Thank you, guys. Love
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get to that. We're turning TVs here. Wait,
No.
Non-fiction horror show.
I call this meeting of the Midnight Society to order. Hi, everyone. I'm Derek.
I'm Bree.
And I'm Andrew.
I'm Tori.
And together, we're the Are You Afraid of the Dark podcast, where we watch and discuss spooky nostalgia shows and movies.
But what could be scarier than real life?
Some of these nominees, for sure.
We're honored to present the Scares Award for Best Nonfiction Horror Series of 2024.
And the nominees are
The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs,
Rollen,
The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs,
The Boulet Brothers' Dragula,
Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 6.
Out There, Crimes of the Paranormal.
You will believe the unbelievable.
Destination of the Damned with Zach Bagans.
I'm sending my crew into the heart of evil to free these trapped souls.
Destinations of the Damned.
and Horror's Greatest.
What better movie could you ask for?
And the winner is...
Who is it?
Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs.
Right.
Congratulations to Joe Bob, Darcy, and everyone that helps make The Last Drive-In a staple in the horror genre.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Bob Briggs!
Horror's greatest host.
You can meet Joe Bob and Darcy the Mail Girl at Crypticon Seattle May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Don't forget to mark those dates in your calendar for Seattle's largest gathering of fans of the macabre.
Tickets are available at the door and online at CrypticonSeattle.com.
And hey, we'll be there too. So come check out some panels and all the convention has to offer.
You can find Are You Afraid of the Dark on iTunes, Spotify, or whatever podcatcher you use. And you can also find us on Patreon or Instagram at Are You Afraid Pod, as well as on Facebook. I declare this meeting of the Midnight Society closed.
Seattle Crypticon is incredible. It is up here, obviously, in Seattle. I love it because unlike a lot of conventions, if you've gone to something like Comic-Con, where there's a ton of people and it can be a little overwhelming, Crypticon, it is the largest horror gathering in Washington State, but it feels very intimate. It feels like horror summer camp. So if you go year after year, you will see a lot of familiar faces. It feels very intimate. If there's celebrities there, you're going to get a chance to talk to them. You're not going to be in a long queue for a really long time. This year, they're going to have Doug Bradley. They're going to have Ashley Lawrence, Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy. They're going to have the killer from In a Violent Nature. They're going to have Megan. They're going to have tons of vendors. There's also a film festival, a costume contest, and panels, which you will see us speak on. The panels I will be doing this year are going to be about Witchcraft, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer one. We're interviewing Joe, Bob, and Darcy, which is so exciting. And also doing a panel. I feel like there's another one I'm missing. I don't remember. And your panel is?
I've got a wrestling panel called The Tree of Woe, where it's like mixing wrestling with horror. Ronnie Angel's going to be on that one as well. I've got one like Dying to be Gorgeous. Well, I guess Danny with an Eye is going to have to show up, or Danny the male girl is going to have to show up for that one. We're going to get our pictures taken with Joe, Bob, and Darcy in probably our cross drag, but we're also going to interview them the next day on Sunday. So if you're there for one day only, be Sunday, because that's when we interview them.
That's my other panel, is the evolution of the final girl. So I hope to see you guys there.
Yes, and you'll also see Are You Afraid of the Dark podcast?
Yes.
They are awesome. We're usually on panels with them. It's been an honor to know them. They're like our friends. Same thing. That's how we feel about Crypticon. It's horror camp. You know, you get to meet all the cool camp counselors. That's what we are as panelists. It feels like you get to spend a lot of good time with your fellow horror friends.
It's a lot more personal and intimate than I think a lot of conventions are. So if you go there, you're definitely going to go home with a lot more friends.
And I definitely recommend Are You Afraid of Heart, especially if you're like kind of our age and you remember Goosebumps and you remember Are You Afraid of the Dark on Nickelodeon.
It's like Goosebumps, but with breakdancing.
Yes, and like they talk about all that kind of stuff. They're just really good people, and they did a really good job presenting this year. We're gonna have to definitely have them back, but I can't wait to see them in early May, the first weekend of May. So definitely come check it out if you're in the Pacific Northwest during that time. And speaking of panelists in the Pacific Northwest of Crypticon, our next presenter is Kim Doet from Ghoulish Tendencies podcast.
Yeah, Kim is one of the co-hosts of Ghoulish Tendencies podcast. Kim also does Haunted Seattle tours. If you've ever heard of our Haunted Underground, you might have seen it in what's the name of that movie? Malignant.
Yes.
She does that, but her podcast is fantastic. Do check it out. And she knows a lot about true crime, found footage, and documentaries.
Oh, hello. My name is Kim Douthit. I'm a paranormal investigator, filmmaker, and one of the hosts of Ghoulish Tendencies, a spooky podcast. I thought this haunted house would be the perfect setting to announce the nominees for this year's Oscar for Best Documentary. The nominees are In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994, a journey into iconic 90s horror. Nosferatu, The Real Story. Generation Terror. Fear and Love, The Story of the Exorcist. Chain Reactions, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre at 50. And the winner is In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994. Congratulations. Oh, I think even the ghosts are excited about that one. Enjoy the rest of this year's Oscars, and remember, stay spooky.
Well, is it any really surprise that that one? We were all born in 1990. I mean, I was.
Not everybody was.
I was born in '83.
Alive.
I guess. Is anybody that young watching? If you are, let us know in the comments. But all right. In Search of Darkness has always been really good. I actually have not seen this one yet, but I plan to. So I loved all the other In Search of Darknesses so far. They always have really cool people on there, like Darcy the Male Girl earlier. Angry Video Game Nerd is on there.
Speaking of video games.
Oh, yeah.
We also like to highlight and celebrate the best video games of the year. Sometimes I think the best horror experience you can have is immersive in a video game where you are experiencing the horror firsthand.
Yes, and so for video games, we've tried Twitch ourselves a little bit. We didn't do too well. We mostly did our video game playing here on YouTube. But people who usually get really successful at playing video games is on Twitch. Nat Tendo, and that's the coolest name, by the way, Nat Tendo. I love regular Nintendo. She is a Twitcher, but you can also check her out here on YouTube as well. And she loves horror games.
Twitch sound like an affliction people have?
I don't know. Because I never was able to I was never able to crack the Twitch myself. Maybe I'm just too old. But
everyone in the chat's talking about when they were born.
Born in '83.
Born in '81. Because I'm so old.
So we're going to send it over to Nintendo. She, like I said, has a great YouTube channel. That's how I actually found her. But I know that she's very successful on Twitch. She plays a lot of cool horror games. She does a lot of cool cosplays for the horror games she plays. She's like a crazy bat cat trash panda. Let's just send it over to her. You'll find out.
Hi, I'm Nintendo, your local trash panda, gamer, and fellow spooky enthusiast. And I will be reading off the nominees for Best Horror Game of 2024. And your nominees are Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Dark Fracture, Alone in the Dark, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Crow Country, Mouthwashing, and Still Wakes the Deep.
And the winner is
Silent Hill 2 Remake. That's what I voted for. Thank you, Horror Addicts, for including me in your scares. And to anyone who's curious, you can check me out at Nintendo, that's spelled with a 0, on Twitch, Insta, whatever. I stream games, and horror's my favorite. Enjoy the rest of the scares.
Was there any surprise that Silent Hill 2 won? I mean, but it does annoy me because Silent Hill 1 is like a $300 game at best used on eBay.
You just made the use of the word 1 really confusing.
Why won't they just remake the original Silent Hill 1?
Nobody wants to hear your old man rant right now, Danny.
I have Silent Hill 2 on Xbox and on PS2. Like, just make Silent Hill 1 remake. But
what's the next award?
Nintendo, great job, by the way. Thank you. That was her debut here at the Oscars. I liked that. And those were some cool...
I loved her different looks.
Yes, like I said, she's also like a pretty queen cosplayer there, so check her out. Awesome. Subscribe to her. Tell her this Horror Addict sent you. But it's time to put away the video games, kids. Pick up those books. It's time for reading.
Reading is fundamental. Putting the mental in. So, I mean, yeah, that's what Strange and Unusual Book Club does. They put the mental in fundamental. It started as a project between me and Kayla, where we wanted to read more books, and now we're reading a lot more books. So, check out our little foray into the Oscars. Hurry up! We're going to be late for the Oscars!
Give me a second. I just have to finish this up.
Okay. Ooh, forbidden me. Canda Estrada Candos. Turos Indoctros Scarandos. Conda Amatos Conda.
Gory, no!
Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow.
Can only be reversed by reading the following nominations for the 2025 Oscars. That's oddly specific. Well, worth a shot. And the nominees for the best horror book of 2025 are... Read the titles. Gory, read the titles or I'll make you watch Night Swim again.
Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman.
A malevolent entity terrorizes the family of an 8-year-old girl, asking her each day, "Can I go inside your heart?"
Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle.
A jaded screenwriter, pressured to kill off his gay character, is hunted down by every evil monstrosity he's ever created.
Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay.
The only surviving actor of a cursed film is asked to reprise his role as the demonic Thin Kid, but first he must confront his past and the truth of what really happened.
What Beasts at Night by T. Kingfisher.
A follow-up to Kingfisher's What Moves the Dead, a retelling of the Edgar Allan Poe classic, The Fall of the House of Usher.
We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver.
The moment Eve hesitantly invites a family of former residents to explore her home, inexplicable events occur.
You Like It Darker by Stephen King.
In his latest short story collection, the master of horror reaches into the shadows to bring us 12 new stories, delving into the darker sides of humanity. And the winner is...
Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay.
Oh my god, it worked!
But how will we warn everyone else?
They're just gonna have to join the Strange and Unusual Book Club on Goodreads.
And watch our monthly live streams on my YouTube channel, Gory B Movie.
Go stick! So that was Killer Kayla, aka Dougie Fresh's wife, who was earlier on, and my wife, Gory B Movie, a real horror hottie.
And if you didn't know, I do have my own channel called Gory B Movie, where I celebrate a lot of forgotten, guilty pleasures, B-movie type films that, you know, don't get enough love. But I also host the Strange and Unusual Book Club every month, where we talk about four different books every month. We talk about horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and every month people in our chat get to pick one of the books. So whether you want to hear about some awesome new books or you want a reading buddy, join us. Our next live stream will be on March 20th next week over on my channel, Gory B Movie.
You read the books, so I don't have to.
Start reading the books.
Okay, sometimes I read the books, like a horror movie there. I did actually get a lot of that because you were listening to that on audiobook. So I actually heard most of that book, and it was really good.
You heard what I played during dinner.
And yeah, exactly. So Paul Tremblay, you know.
And I don't know if you guys caught this because the movie's still pretty new, but the dance we did at the end there was from Companion.
Yes. Talk about the winner. Tell them how great it was. You actually read it. I didn't hear it all.
Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay was fantastic. We did talk about it a little bit in there, but it was a really fun book. I think my personal favorite of the year is We Used to Live Here, but both of them were awesome, and I actually have both of them in hardback, so do check them out.
From what I heard, it reminded me a little bit of Brutal Massacre, the comedy. So, yeah, thanks, Mandy. Appreciate it. All right, well, you know what? I kind of want to, don't get jealous, but that girl that presented, not Killer Kayla, but she
the possessed one?
Yeah, the one that was possessed, and she was like,
honey.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm old and she was quoting Reading Rainbow to me, but I kind of want to score with her a little bit. And
you've got problems, but
you know, there's
also, I promote reading, but I've learned from experience, as you saw, don't read the Latin out loud.
Yeah. Also, I'm Native American, so we have Native American names, and I got to name my wife, and her name is Reading Rainbow.
All behind the scenes stuff.
So that's who I would like to score with, but this next group of nominees is people that would love to score with, probably. There are the horror hotties of 2024. We're going to let ladies go first. Let's have the female horror hot, or no. We do that all the time. Let's mix it up. Let's do the male horror hotties. We'll send it over to Sally, the zombie cheerleader.
I love Sally.
Sally's great.
Greetings, my creepy creatures and horror junkies, and welcome to the 8th annual Scares, the only award show where the blood is fake, but the screams are real. I'm your horror host, Sally the Zombie Cheerleader, here to guide you through a night of terror, talent, and totally undead-worthy eye candy. Now, we all know that horror isn't just about the guts and gore, it's also about the gorgeous guys who make us swoon while running for our lives. So tonight, I am proud to present the award for Male Horror Hottie of 2024. And let me tell you, fleshies, these nominees, well, they're so hot, I almost forgot I was dead.
Oh my.
Almost. But enough about me and my cold, rotting heart. Let's meet our horrifying hunks. And the nominees: Nicholas Holt, Nosferatu. This dashing Brit plays the assistant to Count Orlok. Tall, dark, brooding, and works for a vampire. What else do you need? Honestly, with cheekbones like that, he doesn't need the bloodsucker gig. He could just hypnotize us with his smolder.
Drink.
Next, Frank Grillo, Werewolves. And Frank Grillo, this man doesn't just fight monsters, he is one. And all I gotta say is if I had to be hunted down by a werewolf, I'd want it to be him. I mean, have you seen that jawline? And, well, I'd let him chew on my femur any day. Or maybe my spare femur. Where'd I put it?
Bite me!
Josh Hartnett, Trapped. Now, Josh Hartnett trapped our hearts in trap. Anyway, this man has been dodging death in horror movies since the late 90s, and somehow he's still looking like the final guide we'd happily get trapped with. Seriously, Josh, what's your skincare routine? Holy water and haunted moisturizer?
Whoa, it's a trap.
Joe Bob Briggs, The Last Drive-In. Now, you can't talk horror hotties without mentioning the king of late-night frights, Joe Bob Briggs. This man is like a fine undead wine, aged to perfection and full of terrifying trivia. He's been making horror fans weak in the knees for decades. Honestly, the only thing sharper than his horror knowledge is...
Man will never die!
Michele Marone, Subservience. Oh, Michele Marone, the man so dangerously handsome, even killer AI takes orders from him. Now, if you ever find yourself in a sci-fi horror nightmare, fleshies, make sure this is the guy giving you survival tips.
It's about love. It's about satisfying the other.
Channing Tatum, Blink Twice. Channing Tatum in horror? Yes, please. We love a man who can fight demons and breakdance all in the same scene. Well, listen, if Channing Tatum showed up mysteriously in my life and told me to blink twice if I needed help, I'd be too busy staring to remember how to blink at all. Lamorne Morris, Night Shift. Lamorne Morris in a horror flick? Well, sign me up. You know, he's charming, funny, and knows how to handle a haunted night shift. And you know he's gonna bring that smooth charisma to the chaos. If I had to be trapped in a horror movie or on the night shift crew, I definitely want to be in his group.
Welcome to the night shift.
Excuse me.
Tammy.
What's that? Oh yeah, those are the nominees for the 2024 Scares Male Horror Hottie Award. And where did I put the envelope? That's not... Oh, here it is. Sorry, the other nominees kind of fought over the envelope, and you know what that... Anyway, and the Male Horror Hottie of 2024 is... Oh, there's something in here. I can do this. Ooh, oh dear. Joe Bob Briggs from The Last Drive-In. Oh, Joe Bob, you little devil, you've still got it. Whether you're dropping horror facts, chugging Lone Stars, or making us laugh between killer slashers, you've proved that horror hotness comes in all forms. And let's be real, brains are great, but a horror host with brains and a sense of humor? Now that's a real winner.
The nation is in the mood for horror.
Well, my fleshy fiends, that wraps up our male horror hottie rundown. Now, whether you prefer brooding vampires, savage werewolves, or horror hosts in cowboy hats, we can all agree that 2024 has been a terrifyingly sexy year for horror. And a huge Sally the Zombie Cheerleader congratulations to Joe Bob Briggs, and of course, a flesh-melting thank you to all our nominees. And I'm Sally the Zombie Cheerleader, reminding you to stay scary, stay spooky, and if you see a hot guy in a horror movie, tell me! Stay fresh, fleshies!
All right, yay! Joe Bob, we love you, buddy. Okay, so some people were wondering how Joe Bob got nominated. Well, a couple of years ago...
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
He won our Lifetime Achievement in Horror Award. And Darcy won the Horror Hottie Award for female. He made this big joke where he said that the opposite way. He's like, Darcy won an award, but I got Best Horror Hottie. And even though that was a joke, a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute. Why is Joe Bob not winning Horror Hottie Award? I'm like, well, nobody's nominating him. Several people, more than several people actually, there's tons of people started nominating him
and
every
year. And he gets nominated every year.
Every year he gets nominated, and either he wins or he comes in second. That's kind of like the bar. You got to beat Joe Bob, and it's hard. And Renfield last year. What's his name?
Nicholas Hoult?
Nicholas Hoult. So Nicholas Hoult barely beat Joe Bob last year. He barely did. He beat the bar.
He's returning for this hotness.
This year, it was like a tie between them. And I actually let the Oscars voting go longer than I originally planned because I wanted that tie to break. And guess what happened? The guy from Trapped...
Josh Hartnett.
Guess
Oh
what?
my gosh, the faculty.
By letting that,
right?
letting that go longer than it planned, it became a 3-way tie. And I just sat there waiting for
You're
one of them.
getting everyone all hot and wild. They're talking about 3
But
ways.
Joe Bob finally did win. He finally got that win, and I applaud Joe Bob because he is a fucking hottie. Because how I know, if I looked like Joe Bob, would I complain? No, I would not. Especially at his age, I would be very thankful to have that chiseled jaw. So.
Oh, whatever. You want to sit on his lap and call him daddy.
No, I don't. But I do want to ask him a bunch of questions come May. So
yeah, don't do that.
Not that question, but or not that statement. But anyways, congratulations, Joe Bob. You're great. We all hope to look as amazing as you do. You still got it.
The man is over 70. Like him and Elvira. Fine wine.
Oh, yeah. Elvira. So far, the only woman who's ever beat Darcy. In fact, speaking of Darcy, let's go to female horror hottie. I think I saw somebody in the chat say, I hope Darcy was nominated. Damn right she was nominated.
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was a howling hottie on Screaming Soup.
You were a howling hottie on Screaming Soup. Screaming Soup, follow them for howling hotties. They have the hottest of the hotties, of course.
But let's check out the hottest horror hotties in film this year.
And I believe a strange freaking monkey, and who does strange monkey reviews, can give us the insight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the strange monkey. Hey! Oh yeah! Well, back at it again. Hey everybody! Hey, good to see you. I'm not really sure that is in the crowd. It's too far away. Anyway, that's not important. Hey everybody, it's me, the strange monkey, and I'm back once again at the Oscars. Thank you very much, the Horror Addicts, for bringing me back once again. I'm shocked I'm still here. This is crazy business, but let's get down to business. I am here to present the female horror hottie of the year. There are lots of beautiful women in the world of horror, but here at the Oscars, there can be only one. And the nominees are Mia Goth from Maxine, Megan Fox from Subservience, Naomi Ackie from Blink Twice, Lauren Lavera from Terrifier 3, Margaret Qualley from The Substance, Seleka Knight from Trap, and Diana Prince, aka Darcy the Mail Girl, from The Slasherist and The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. That's a lot of competition this year, but there can be only one, like I said. And the winner is... every year I gotta deal with this nonsense. Alright. The winner is Margaret Qualley from The Substance. Wow! It's a shocker this year. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Margaret. And for the rest of you who are watching this, it's a big one. It's a shocker to us all. Let that sink in. You guys deal with that. And always remember, respect the balance.
That is a shocker. Margaret Qualley, the second person to beat Darcy. She's won it more times than she's only lost twice out of like the 8 times we've done this award.
Deserved, but also well deserved for Margaret Qualley, who is the daughter of Andie MacDowell.
Yes.
From Multiplicity and a lot of great 90s movies.
The Substance was hot as shit.
I'm also very excited as a book lover. Margaret Qualley is going to be in a movie called Victorian Psycho, which is exactly what it sounds like. I think she's going to be fantastic.
Though, Margaret Qualley did have that advantage. The Substance did allow her to free the nipple. Where, sadly, The Last Drive-In won't let
I mean, not
Darcy...
from where you would expect it to be.
Exactly. There's nipples everywhere in The Substance.
We loved
Places
it.
where nipples shouldn't be.
It was like a Gwar show.
Yes, the third act is like going to a Gwar concert, which I've gone to like 24 of those in my life. So I was killed in one of them, actually. They actually put me in a meat grinder. It was Lawl's first concert when he was 15.
Hey, Dad, on to the awards.
All right, anyway, so congratulations, Mark Qualley. Thank you, Strange Monkey. He is always doing a great job. We're always happy to have him. He's always so quick and efficient, too. He's like the first person, if not always the second person, to send me his video, and it's always so fucking qualified. So, I mean, I can always count on Strange Monkey, so you should definitely subscribe to him. He's great.
Well, what's next?
Well, we did the Hot Man. Oh, holy shit. So, Joe Bob won, but Darcy lost. That is a weird time frame that we were living in. This is
I'm happy for Margaret Qualley.
I am.
But Darcy is the hottie of my heart.
Yes, and we can't wait to interview her. So, we're going to have to give Joe Bob his hottie trophy, because even though he brought this upon himself, he is now cursed for being a horror hottie. All right, so you want to score with them, but what else do you want to score with, hotties?
You're going to get canceled.
Both male and female hotties. You want to score with them, right? People are like, oh, that's why they're so hot, because you would want to score with them. But that leads us to the segue. Follow me on the segue. You're my Thelma
You know, the
Louise,
inventor of the segue actually died.
and that's why I'm always like, you're going to go ride or die with me, right? Ride or die Thelma Louise style off the cliff. All right, so the segue is musical score.
Presented by one of our favorite YouTubers, Dice Rollen. They are fantastic. They have such great personality. They know their horror inside and out.
They definitely do.
So let's take it away, Dice Rollen.
Oh, hey, I was just digging up some classics. You know, scores and soundtracks have to be one of my favorite elements of a horror film. As we all know, scores and soundtracks are very important to horror movies of all kinds. They can enhance the mood and atmosphere of scenes, make jump scares scarier, make us laugh, or make us feel like we're the ones being chased by a psychotic killer. And if they do a good enough job, the scores can stick with us even longer than the movies themselves. Not to mention the more collections. So why don't we have a look at some of these standout scores from last year? Beetlejuice, the most recent team-up between Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, for the sequel to a classic 30 years later. A tragedy brings the Dietz family back to Winter River, where the ghost with the most is unleashed once again to wreak havoc. The First Omen, a prequel to the Omen series with scoring brought to us by Mark Corvin. A young woman's faith is put in the balance when she is thrown into a dark and twisted conspiracy surrounding the birth of the Antichrist. I Saw the TV Glow, an indie film that was embraced by many queer horror fans, scored by Alex G. When a classmate introduces a teen to a late-night TV show, his world is turned upside down. Lisa Frankenstein. In this Zelda Williams-led film, the score is brought to us by Isabella Summers, something of a reimagining of the classic Frankenstein story, but with a comedy and 80s flavored twist. Why settle for a boyfriend when you can make your own? Maxine. Serving as the third installment in Ty West's trilogy, Tyler Bates brought us back to the 80s. Maxine has finally made her way in Hollywood, and is living the life that she deserves. So what will she do when an unknown killer threatens to tear her dream apart? Nosferatu. Robert Eggers brought us this dark and gothic retelling for Christmas, while Robin Carolyn weaved in his score. A young couple are tormented by a supernatural presence that hungers only for the haunted woman of its desires. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the winner of Best Score in a Horror Movie from 2024. Beetlejuice by Danny Elfman. Congratulations to Mr. Elfman. I can't say I'm terribly surprised. And as you can probably tell, I'm a bit of a fan myself. It looks like the Children of the Night aren't the only ones who make sweet music. Congratulations to the other nominees, and thank you for casting your votes for these awards. Thank you to the Horror Addicts for inviting me to present once again. See you later.
I love Steph from Dice Rollen.
Steph is rad. And so is Beetlejuice. That was like one of my favorite movies of the year, to be honest. Like,
It's a really good time.
There's been a trend of like, let's do a sequel to a movie that existed a long time ago. But I've been like following Beetlejuice. There were like supposed to be sequels for the longest time. He's supposed to go to Hawaii. There's supposed to be all this crap about Beetlejuice, and we finally got it. I did a really good article for the comment, and it's gonna be one of my panels for Crypticon.
That's true.
But I'm just glad we finally got the Ghost with the Most back. Thank you, Steph, for doing a great job of that.
So if you're new to the Oscars, you might wonder, hey, why is there score and soundtrack? What is the difference? We like to give awards for one, the orchestral score, which is a talent into itself, and the soundtrack. I think when a movie has that perfect song that goes with that scene, that brings it to life, that is true artistry. And so we also celebrate that here at the Oscars.
Exactly. The score was made specifically for the movie, but soundtracks is usually like...
Sometimes the soundtrack was too.
Sometimes it was, but the soundtrack can be different. Sometimes it's both. It's weird. It's a weird, like...
You're weird.
Play-Doh merging substance, but I love it because soundtracks are like sometimes you're just like, hey, this song would like fit perfectly for this movie. Like I come out to "You're the Best Around" by Joe Subs when I'm a pro wrestler.
And music also reminds us of some of our favorite films. I mean, how many people have bought that soundtrack and then you hear that song that makes you think of your favorite movie, whether it be the Beetlejuice score or something like How Soon Is Now, the cover by Love Spit Love on The Craft.
Or the original Crow. I fucking love that album.
So good. But tell us about the Undead Diaries podcast.
Mortal Kombat and great album. Okay, so anyways, Undead podcast. Tanya Kendler is fucking rad. She is the 21st Century Rocker Mom podcast. She has that as well, but now she has the Undead Diary podcast, which that was like serendipity because I was actually planning on asking her regardless before that, but when I found that she was moving to a horror podcast, I definitely was like, okay, that just the universe telling me I need to get her to do best soundtrack. She is the original basis of Kitty. Now, that is a long time ago.
Danny is obsessed with Kitty.
I'm going to get every member of Kitty I can to present for us. We've already had Morgan
Lander. They are not
Lander.
Pokemon. You don't have to collect them all.
I do, actually. We've already had Morgan Lander for Which Finger podcast, but now we have Undead Diaries podcast with Tanya Candler, and she is fucking rad. She's a bass player. She's a mom. She's a 21st century mom, and she is the Undead Diary podcast host.
Hey guys, Tanya Candler here with the Undead Diaries podcast here on Instagram and my friends at Horror Addicts. I'm proud to announce the nominees for the best horror movie soundtrack of 2024. So the nominees for the best horror soundtrack of 2024 are Time Cut, Shut Up, Smile 2, Doctor, I'm going insane. I got a bad mind. Give me a new brain. I Saw the TV Glow. Said I wasn't scared, but I was faking it. You know it's a mistake. Lisa Frankenstein. I get knocked out, but I get up again. And The Crow. And the winner is Lisa Frankenstein. You're a candle in the window on a cold, dark winter's night. Congratulations and pleasant screams.
Thank you, Tanya.
And now, family. Yeah, I love
Go
it.
on.
I love it. No, that's fine. I love Lisa Frankenstein. It was so good.
Best comedy and now best soundtrack.
But yeah, I mean, good for The Crow. You got worst movie and you got nominated. And you know what? It's an honor just to be nominated.
It did have a good soundtrack.
Because these are, you guys pick these nominations. So these are people who actually care about the film. Not just a stuffy elitist group.
And as far as The Crow goes, it had the audacity to remake a movie that we all loved. So I get why there's so much hate. But
good soundtrack. It had some Enya on there. It had some Ozzy. It had some good stuff.
It did, and that's why it got nominated.
Just listen to the pretty soundtrack. Look at the beautiful Skarsgård, and just try to forget everything else.
Skarsgård with a nipple tattoo. We're not trying to push her on
I
an
don't
agenda.
hate the handsome Squidward tattoo on his
Is
nipple.
handsome
I don't
Squidward on
hate
his
it,
tattoo?
but that's a story for another day. But, are you ready? Do it with me. After these messages, we'll be right back.
To be or not to be? Huh. To be! That's right, my film Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls is now available on Tubi. I don't know. And there's a lot of other great horror comedies on there as well. It would make for a great double feature. Try watching Scare Me and Onyx, or Extraordinary and Onyx, or Housebound and Onyx. I don't know. There's also a lot of great electrifyingly erotic thrillers if you want to watch those and get horned up before seeing my movie. Like Wild Things 2, Wild Things Diamonds in the Rough, or Wild Things Foursome. Yeah. Oh, if you want to watch the original Wild Things, you can fuck off. That's not on Tubi. But we all know the best Wild Things is Wild Things 4 anyway, so... Oh, why, you might ask? Because it stars Ashley Parker Angel from O-Town. Oh, you didn't know Ashley Parker Angel from O-Town could act? Huh. Well, it sounds like I need to end this video by showing you the full trailer for Wild Things 4. Some.
Why don't we begin with a question? What is a sex crime?
Not getting any.
Sorry, Onyx, we do not have permission to throw that whole trailer on here. I think we
I
will not
haven't
take...
even seen Wild Things 1. I think I'm just going to skip to 4.
Wild Things 1 was really boring, and I have a story about Wild Things 4. I, rented it with my best friend, right? We were, 13 years old. Wild Things 1 came out. We're like, oh, we're going to see so many titties. No, there's hardly... I don't think there's any titties in that whole movie. But guess what? My best friend, I'm at his house, we're watching this movie, and his grandma walks in right when Kevin Bacon is dropping dong.
Wait, someone drops dong?
Kevin Bacon drops dong. And
Bacon
she's like,
dong?
what are you watching? And we're like, we really don't know. We thought this was going to be a great movie. But Wild Things 4, you know what? I'm going to take your word, Onyx. It's the best movie? Sure, why not?
Well, you know what? I think we need to get a little more PG-13. Okay?
Yeah, no dong.
Yeah. Instead of, all this, dong talk, we should talk about, monkeys.
Yeah.
And the mummies that love them.
Ooh. Gory Grim and Grim Gory and
Grim
Janet
Gory, which I saw someone was like, hey, why weren't they nominated for Horror Hottie? My question is, why didn't you nominate them?
Yeah.
Why didn't you nominate them?
Yeah.
It's on you, brah.
Exactly.
Anyway, we love The Mummy and the Monkey. They are like old school horror hosts that you can watch now on YouTube. I also love that they also do tons of thrift hauls and stuff. Fantastic channel. I saw that they're also nominated for the Rondo Awards.
Yeah,
which
and
is really cool.
every Friday night, their Harry Scary Hangover. You can check it out.
Hang out?
Yeah, Hangover. I'm probably going to have one tomorrow.
I think you are. Take it away.
Hey Groovy Ghoulies, I'm Janet Decay, the Mummy.
And I'm Grim Gory, the monkey.
And together we host The Mummy and the Monkeys Harry Scary Hangout. Friday nights on our YouTube channel.
That's right, and tonight we have the distinct pleasure to bring you...
the Awe Scares Special Effects category for 2024. And that involves practical effects, CGI, and makeup.
Wowzers! Okay, so let's get right to it. And the nominees are...
Alien Romulus,
The Substance, ooh.
Terrifier 3,
Street Trash,
Infested,
Destroy All Neighbors,
and Stop Motion.
And the scare goes to... Terrifier 3! Woo, wow. That makes sense.
Yeah, they definitely used a ton of gore, so yeah, awesome. And thank you all for voting and participating in the Awe Scares.
That's right, and congratulations to Art the Clown and everybody involved with that bloody, disgusting flick, Terrifier 3.
And thank you to Horror Addicts for having the Awe Scares every year. We all look forward to it.
That's right, and thank you for letting us be a part of it. And now, back to you!
Thank you. The Mummy and the Monkey. Do vote for them for the Rondo Awards.
We adore Janet Decay and Grim Gory. They are great horror host icons. Like, I love their shit. Check them out. So, anyways, we got...
I feel like they are very animated horror hosts.
And that's the thing. Like, they gave us best effects, right? One of my favorite effects is animation.
Ooh, I do want to pause really quick though. If you are lurking in the chat there and having a good time, please give us one of those spooky ghost emojis just to let us know that you're having fun.
Yeah. If you want to hack that thumbs up button, it won't hurt. But, like I said, animation is one of my favorite effects. So we have to go from Mummy and the Monkey, best effects, segue. Still on board my segues.
I'm on board with the segues.
Thank God. All right. We're going to go to Screaming Soup because I'm freaking hungry.
I'm so hungry for Screaming Soup.
I love bowls of soup, especially
You know what's the best kind of
bowls
Screaming
of
soup? Ah, scare soup.
Oh, yeah. I bet they look amazing.
Ah, they're getting at the spooky ghosts in the chat. Thank you.
Yes.
Ow.
Here we go. Screaming Soup.
Broadcasting dead from the Crosslands to present the Aw Scares Award for Best Horror Animation. Please welcome Screaming Soup's animated horror host, Dead West and Mandy.
Well, howdy there, Scream Freaks. We're honored to be presenting the award for Best Animated Horror here again at the Oscars.
That's right, DW. You could say we're drawn to this kind of stuff.
As the web's #1 animated horror host show featuring sci-fi and rodeos worth of monsters in the wild weird west, we know better than anyone how much time and energy it takes to create a world from scratch with nothing but a pen and paper.
So true. The progress of an animator can be a maddening crawl at times, but the minutes of magic those hours of hard work produce is unlike any other as creators' imaginations become a reality on screen for all to enjoy. With that said, we're proud to recognize the following nominees of 2024 for their outstanding stabs at animated horror.
A boy faces his fears with help from the most unexpected places in Orion in the Dark.
An occult master sets out to slay evil spirits in Mononoke the movie, The Phantom in the Rain.
Lucifer's daughter opens a rehab center in hell that offers redemption for misfit demons in the Netflix series Has-Been Hotel.
Making the leap from manga to anime, supernatural-powered teens battle ghosts and aliens in Dan to Dan.
Wolf and his gang of thieves are back for some Halloween pranking and thieving in The Bad Guys Haunted Heist.
A spiral-themed curse of body horror plagues a town in Uzumaki. And the winner is...
Has-Been Hotel!
Congratulations to everyone involved with this stunning example of animation excellence, bringing us the best in cartoon horror.
See you later, Screen Freaks!
Woo! Has-Been Hotel. I love that show. And I love Hell of a Boss, which is like a spin-off, but is YouTube only.
I argued that Hell of a Boss should have also been nominated, but Danny has strict rules not allowing YouTube animated shows. We do have a poll in the chat right now. If you think that YouTube animated television shows should be included, please participate in the poll and let us know.
Well, let's put it this way. Like, it's a slippery slope, because if we did YouTube-only animation, I would just give the award to Screaming Soup every year, which did an amazing
Why are
job.
they nominated?
Mandy, you filled that dress perfectly. Mwah.
Excuse me?
You heard it. Anyways, Dead West, you look sharp as fuck in that hat. I'm so happy you guys always present this award, but that's the point. Like, we're not here to just, like, completely pat ourselves on the back as YouTubers. But maybe when certain things, like, are selling shirts, like Hell of a Boss, maybe even Murder Drones, which is a spin-off of kind of the Digital Circus. Nobody nominated that, and I don't think it's quite horror enough. But it is on Netflix. But Murder Drones and Hell of a Boss are both YouTube exclusive. But they are, you could buy their shirts and other merchandise at Hot Topic.
So
maybe
Hot Topic is your
No, it's not.
Your bar?
But maybe, like, if you do the poll, maybe
That's
we will.
true. Time Capsule says Milk and Cereal was YouTube.
That is true, but it also did film festivals.
I think Hell of a Boss should be nominated. I would vote for it.
All right, we'll put it in the poll, and maybe Hell of a Boss will be nominated next year.
After our next award, we'll give you the results of that poll.
Yeah, we'll go a little bit.
But
yeah.
I think one of my favorite things in horror movies is a great killer. I mean, I did marry a slasher after all. Celebrating the best killers of the year.
Those animations.
We have...
The animations was killer, so
we have the movie Dumpster.
Yes, with Joe and Sean. I like Sean. He's really fun.
Hey, what's up? It's the Movie Dumpster Boys. I'm Joe.
And I'm Sean.
And we're here to present the Best Killer Award for the Scares.
What was that again? Scares?
Scares!
Yes. Bring on the list.
First up, we have Art the Clown from Terrifier 3.
Johnny from In a Violent Nature.
Next is the Electric Lady from Strange Darling.
Then we've got Mr. Crockett from Mr. Crockett.
Then we have Longlegs from Longlegs.
And last but certainly not least, we have Chucky from the Chucky series.
So those are the nominees, and the winner is Art the Clown from Terrifier 3. Terrifier 3 was a really good time, and Art the Clown is becoming a staple in the genre. So yeah, well-deserved Art.
Yeah, very excited about that fourth movie. Gonna find that origin out, right?
We shall see.
Congrats, Art.
Thanks again for having us, Horror Addicts, for the Scares Award. The Scares Awards. All right, guys, we'll see you later.
Peace.
I do love my boy Chucky, but congratulations to Art. Well deserved.
Very well deserved. He had some creative kills. I love the rat one especially. But
actually, that kill, I feel like they borrowed that kill from the novel American Psycho, which is so disturbing.
Rat up the hoo-ha. But you know what? By further inspection, Joe's hilarious too. Like, I love Joe and Sean, and I kind of was really sad that their hot sauce line sold out so quickly. Next year, or this year, I guess, technically, if they sell their hot sauces, I'm going to be right there on the button ready to fucking buy one. Because I love horror-themed hot sauces.
He loves hot sauce.
And horror-themed hot sauce. I got Vampira, I got a whole bunch. I got zombie brains, zombie apocalypse ones, all these ones. And I want some movie dumpster horror hot sauce.
Let's see the result of our poll. I'm going to end the poll. Overwhelmingly, they said yes.
All right. So,
yes.
So we will let Hell of a Boss be nominated next year, as long as it gives us a video.
Glamour Girl. I love a girl who reads. Just between us, I have a little crush on the Glamour Girl.
Patrick Bateman sticking rats where they don't belong, right?
Danny, too soon. Anyway, what does every killer need?
They need...
I mean, you went with witch, but if you don't go witch, what's the other option?
I was lucky to marry a witch and have a half-demon son because that was what resurrected me. But otherwise, my downfall, and early in my life, I chased a bunch of final girls, right?
Everyone be chasing them final girls.
Slashers...
That's how you stay in shape.
We have problems. We have final girls, and we gotta let them go, because the final girl always wins, and that's very important. We're gonna send it over to the Chainsaw Girl podcast. Hey, Kay, hold on, before we go there. Allie, aka the Bunny from AEW. Yeah, I actually have an action figure of the Bunny. It's a very rare one. I think there was only 1,000 or so made.
In case you're wondering, he has a wrestling ring toy. He does actually play with them, and sometimes he plays with them in the bath.
Yeah, and I would love to get Danhausen as well. But right now we got Allie, and we're going to have AK. Why do I not have an AK action figure? Tony Khan, you make Ring of Honor action figures. AK has been in Ring of Honor several times. Give me an AK action figure so I can go with my Allie action figure. AK Laura from the Chainsaw Girls. Send it to them.
Greetings, friends. I'm AK.
And I'm Laura, and we are the Chainsaw Girls. We are so excited to present the award for Best Final Girl 2024. This is a category near and dear to our hearts, as the final girl embodies more than just survival. She represents strength and resilience and empowerment, the courage to face unimaginable terror and rise above it.
Yes, this is a category that we both aspire to one day be a part of. And the nominees are
Joey from Abigail,
Agent Lee Harker from Longlegs,
Maxine Minx from Maxine,
Rain from Alien Romulus,
Sister Cecilia from Immaculate,
and Gretchen from Cuckoo.
And the winner is... Maxine! Yay!
I loved Maxine. I think that is a great choice, though this was a really difficult category to choose from.
I freaking love that movie, AK. It was so good. I love the 80s aesthetic. I thought Maxine was just a total badass and very ruthless, honestly. And I loved when she walked in to that casting call and she was so confident. I was like, girl, give me some of that confidence. I need that confidence. Congratulations, Maxine.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much, Chainsaw Girls.
And Chucky and Tiffany are huge fans of the podcast.
They are very huge fans of the podcast. I noticed that they had some awesome collectibles, especially Laura, who's appeared in a lot of full moon movies recently. She was in Dr. Death. And I didn't even think of her as Laura. She's always been the bunny to me. But then she became like, I knew her as Allie, now Laura, and then AK, as we mentioned earlier, needs an action figure. These girls are awesome in the ring. Like, I'm a wrestler. I've been wrestling for like 22 years now, but they would slam the shit out of me if I stepped in the ring against either one of them. So that's how it goes. Thank you so much. There was definitely blood. There's definitely chainsaws. Bzzz. And Final Girls, I think you would both be great Final Girls because I wouldn't want to mess with you in the ring and I wouldn't want to mess with you on the big screen either.
So, if we're gonna take the killers, we're gonna take the Final Girls out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
What is something else that really shines on the screen?
A creature. Like a creature feature.
I love me a creature feature.
So we're going to have to send it to Cecil Lard and Robert the Wolfman.
And they know a thing or two about creatures. Cecil made his own horror movie.
Yeah, what movie
Dylan's
was it?
Nightmare.
Dylan's Nightmare.
So good. It's a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film. If you haven't seen it, you must.
Mm-hmm.
Also, looks like Adrian sent you a super chat.
Holy shit. Love the Chainsaw Girls. AK and Allie are awesome. Hope everyone can give them some love.
I give you hugs from Choppy.
As a newer podcast. Yes, they are great. And like I said, I was so excited. I was a fan of them as just wrestlers. Like, I've been following the Bunny, the Blade, and the Butcher on AEW for a long time. I've been watching Ring of Honor, so I saw a lot of AK as well. She always gives great matches. They both do. Bunny always does this cool, like, chomp. I love that. It's signature, but I definitely want more. And like I said, thanks to Full Moon, I'm going to get more of Laura. She's doing great. And I hope that their podcast, I've been listening to it. They love a lot of fun shit. They love, like, Puppet Master movies. Obviously, they're going to have some Full Moon in there because Charles Band has been, like, hiring Laura. But it's because for great reasons. She's doing great jobs. And I can't wait to see her in more movies. I want to see AK. They both said they aspire to be horror, like, Final Girls. I think they could both kill it. I would book them. I would sign them. I would put them in my movies.
And if you're getting antsy for your favorite presenters, don't worry. We're over halfway through the awards. So let's turn it over to the horror show and find out who won Best Creature.
Lard and the Wolfman. Robert.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show, and a big thanks to the Horror Addicts for having us back to present again this year. I'm Cecil Laird.
And I'm Robert the Wolfman, and we're here to present Best Creature for this year's Oscars.
Well, not us per se, but a couple of friends of the show decided to step in and help us out.
Take it away, boys.
I am not their friend. Are you their friend?
I'm definitely not their friend. It's weird that they said that.
It is, right? Weirdos. Anyway, we told them that seeing as how we're actual creatures of terror,
that we'd be best suited to howl at you all for a moment and tell you that.
That you bastards have ignored us creatures for long enough. I mean, sure, you've given us little awards here and there, like this one, but
why stop there? Why not more? After all these years, why not a Monster Appreciation Month, a monster-inclusive zoo? Or hell, how about something as simple as a monster discount at the movies?
Yeah, society's including everyone else these days. Why not us too?
Okay, Pumpkin, okay.
Monster lives matter.
Alright, Pumpkin. They think they get it. Settle your stock. We still have an award to give out.
I'm sorry, I get so fired.
We should probably get to it. The nominees for Best Creature 2024: Count Orlok, Nosferatu.
The Stork, VHS Beyond.
Garaka, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
The Xenomorphs, Alien Romulus.
The Smile Entity, Smile 2.
Monstro Elizasu, The Substance.
Sting, the Spider, Sting.
And the winner is Monstro Elizasu from The Substance. Congratulations to that fabulous puddle of goo.
Yeah, she really deserves all the awards this year. Anyway, I think that'll do us here in Monster Realm.
Thanks again to the Horror Addicts for asking those horror show chuckleheads to present again this year. They couldn't have done it without us.
Until next time,
monster lives still matter.
Stay scared, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, The Horror Show. That was awesome.
And you got a super chat.
Yeah, Adrian Gavins, love the Chainsaw Girls, aka and Allie are awesome. Hope everyone can give them some love as a new podcast. Yes, go subscribe and listen to their stuff. Anywhere your podcast can be found.
So happy for The Substance. First time I saw a boob birthed from someone's forehead.
Yes, Monstra
Elisa.
Monstra Elisa. I have to pronounce that right, but hot as fuck. And thank you, The Horror Show, for showing us all those awesome monsters and creatures that will keep us up at night.
So what is the next part of this equation? We've got killers. We've got final girls. We've got creatures. What do we want to see at the end of this chase?
We want to see cool death scenes.
We want to see cool death scenes. What were the best deaths of the year?
That's the whole point of Slash and Cast. Told you you're giving us the slash right here. Riley.
Hey everyone, my name is Riley from the Slash and Cast YouTube channel, a channel devoted to bringing you all of the biggest horror news of the week every week. Here to present the Oscar for Best Death Scene, which is why I felt obligated to wear my Jason X shirt. It has one of the best death scenes of all time. But this year did have some amazing kills, so let's take a look at them. Here are your nominees for Best Death Scene. I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight, The First Omen. Bang Your Head, Long Legs.
Hail Satan.
Down the Water Sprout, Sting. Bacon Bits, Maxine. Yoga Position, Forward Fold, in a Violent Nature. Get Swole, Smile 2. Shower Time with Art the Clown, Terrifier 3. And the Oscar goes to Yoga Position, Forward Fold from In a Violent Nature. Definitely the best kill of this year and arguably one of the best kills of all time. It might just bypass that head smash from Jason X, so I guess I'm going to have to get an In a Violent Nature shirt for next year. But definitely well deserved for In a Violent Nature. Now, that is it from me. Thank you guys so much again for having me. It's always an honor to be a part of the Oscars, and I'm excited to see who else wins tonight. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Riley, you did a really good job. I'm usually very, very hands-on with this award specifically, but I didn't have to do anything. You killed it. No pun intended. Well,
Riley
okay, pun
is
intended.
one of the co-hosts of Slash and Cast, and he's terrific.
Yes, they normally give us Best Gamer, but it proved to me that he can...
Best Gamer?
Best Video Game, Horror. But they proved to me they can do Best Killer. They can do, if you can do Best Killer, like a death scene anyways, you can do anything on the Oscars.
One of the aspects of a movie, any movie really, that kind of gets overlooked is stunts. I think, especially when you look at some of our favorite killers like Jason Voorhees, you look at like Kane Hodder, a lot of the people who bring these characters to life are stuntmen and women. Stunts are incredibly important, as well as terrific choreography. As somebody who tried to dance,
you did a great job.
In her Oscars video,
Choreography.
I can tell you choreography is really, really hard. So let's give it up to the people who performed the best stunts and the best choreography as presented by the lovely Chauncy K. Robbinson.
Chauncy is returning as well, and we love Chauncy. She's always done an amazing job on here. You can find her on Dead Meat now. She has her own channel. She has her own website. Chauncy K. Robinson knows her shit. We highly praise her ability and just knowledge of horror. And
Chauncey's the best. Love Chauncy. Take it away.
Your choreography was great.
Kayla's choreography was great.
Hey, Twisted people, it's your Twisted Girl here, Chauncy K. Robinson, and I am so excited to be presenting the Best Stunts and Choreography in Horror 2024 at the Oscars. Mainly because I happen to live with three of the best stunt performers I happen to know. My cats. She may look like a cow, but she's deadly. He may be a knight in shining armor, but he's also deadly at night when he wants some treats. Oh yeah. And she may not suck your blood, but she'll want your treats. So, without further ado, here are the nominees for Best Stunts and Choreography in Horror 2024. A Quiet Place, Day 1. Here for Blood. Cuckoo. Abigail. Werewolves. Speak No Evil. And the winner is Abigail. Congratulations. Although I still think you're the best stunt performer ever. Yes, I do.
I think Chauncey knows that cats rule the internet.
I love those cats so much.
They were so adorable.
Honestly, if there's not at least one cat video donated to the internet every day, the internet will fail.
Yeah, it's the internet gods are cats.
They are our overlords.
And they are great at stunts. We have one cat, and he does a lot of great
Carbias
stunts.
Newton Enchilada Elvis Riker.
Chauncey, amazing job. Glad to have
We
you back.
love you, Queen.
Love you. And your kitties. All adorable.
I love the kitties. I didn't know the kitties were a thing on Chauncey's channel, but I'm behind the times. I love them. And you're right, they should have won. But also, Abigail, I love that scene where Abigail's controlling Catherine Newton's character and the ballet.
There's a saying in wrestling where they say this ain't ballet, but to be honest, ballet's really fucking hard. It's not easy.
What ballet have you done?
Exactly. I don't know why about that sentence. I'm a pro wrestler, and I think that is hard, but ballet is extremely hard. So the fact that they won means they did a great job at ballet.
Speaking of ballet, one of the things I think that comes to mind when we see anything on stage is the gorgeous costumes. Whether it just be outfitting the characters in that perfect outfit.
Oh, yeah.
Or creating something that we've never seen before. Costumes are integral to any great horror movie.
When we were at Elvira's HorrorCon, how many Beetlejuices and Art and the Clowns did we see?
I mean, yeah, just look at cosplayers.
Because the costume does make a difference. Like, you want to dress up like someone who looks great, right?
Presenting this award is horror director Tonjia Atomic. You know, I may or may not have been in one of her movies.
I was in one of them. Tonjia
Atomic did the Manos Returns.
Manos Returns. We were in her movie where nuns ate a zombie.
You were the zombie.
I was the zombie. So it was weird that nuns ate a zombie, not the other way around. I love that movie, and it was fun being in it. So send it over to Tanya Atomic.
Best Costumes in Horror of 2024. The nominees are Beetlejuice, Nosferatu, Lisa Frankenstein, Maxine, Your Monster, and Smile 2. And the winner is Beetlejuice.
Woo! Beetlejuice. Don't say it one more time. All right. Those costumes are amazing. I love Danny DeVito in that movie. Just like looking great.
That was a surprise. A very pleasant surprise.
Everybody looked great in that movie.
But all of the nominees were fantastic. Beetlejuice truly was a treat for the eyes.
All the characters just looked amazing. Even characters we didn't really necessarily think we wanted back until we saw them in claymation and a shark bit off their head, thankfully. They looked great. Everybody looked great in that movie.
And Nosferatu, I don't really watch the Oscars much anymore, but they did nominate Horror Brethren Nosferatu for costumes.
I can see that was nominated, and it was actually very close. Like almost every category where Beetlejuice and Nosferatu were close, they were neck and neck almost every time.
Yes.
So.
Next up, so when we're looking at costumes definitely make that scene happen. But I think when we talk about, Joe Bob Briggs talked about this. When you talk about when a movie has a atmosphere, has tone, and you look at something like Nosferatu, and you're like, oh, it has such great atmosphere. But what is really making that atmosphere happen is production design.
It's like
something that our boy Yuki does over on The Last Drive-In.
Yeah.
It's making those sets come to life, making them look real.
Like the set is wearing a costume itself. It's so eye-catching. It's so beautiful.
Exactly.
You just want to see the production design.
Honestly, one of the only places you're going to find an award for that is here on the Oscars. And presenting this year is
the Glamour Ghoul.
I mean, honestly, my internet crush, the Glamour Ghoul.
And her husband, Lestat, who both of them always wear great
I love
costumes.
them. Why haven't we double dated?
So send it over to Creep Country Cinema.
She's going to look fabulous. I just know it.
Always.
Though I know I should be wary, still I conjure an award show that's scary. Aliens, vampires, ghosts let loose. Beetlejuice!
It's awards showtime.
It worked! You're Beetle... But you're...
You want to get sued? For these purposes, I'm just a Beetle guy.
Okay.
So, why'd you summon me?
Well, Creep Country Cinema has been asked to present an award for Best Production Design in a horror movie from 2024 at this year's Oscars!
So...
Well, I need a co-host.
You know I'm the co-host with the most, babe.
Well, then let's announce the nominees for Best Production Design. The first nominee is... Beetlejuice!
Oh, man, it was so good to be back in the afterlife, seeing all the familiar faces. Lids, Delia, Bob.
The next nominee is The Heretic.
The Harry what?
The Heretic. Hugh Grant in some disturbing religious horror. Sign me up.
The next nominee is Lisa Frankenstein.
It was like being transported back to the 1980s.
Like we ever left, babes.
The next nominee is Alien Romulus.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
About how good the production design is.
It was out of this world.
The next nominee is Nosferatu. What?
That guy sucks. Or bites. Or both.
I don't know. I wouldn't kick him out of my bed. And by my bed, I mean ancient sarcophagus full of rats.
The final nominee is Imaginary.
That last act was like MC Escher meets Labyrinth.
Turn back, Sarah. Turn back while there's still time. Could get a ticket refund. I kid. I watched it on streaming.
And the winner is... Thank you, Steve.
What? What is it?
Just a dirty drawing of Darcy the Mail Girl.
Oh, let me see that.
Steve! You know what? I think I have the winner around here somewhere. And the winner for Best Production Design in a Horror Movie from 2024 is... Nosferatu!
Accepting this award is the disembodied voice of Nosferatu. Thank you, but I am not a winner. I am an appetite, nothing more.
That was spooky.
I don't know. Kind of liked it.
Hey, what do you say we get out of here?
Your crypt or mine.
Oh.
Love the Elvira cosplay. Love the Beetlejuice impression. 5 stars. Gory says check it out.
Beetle guy. Send me that drawing.
So good.
Email.
Hey, what?
I'm just kidding. That was an amazing, yes, Nosferatu, honestly. To like, come on.
Nosferatu!
Right? Like, SpongeBob knew. Winner, obviously. Nosferatu definitely won that award. And very well deserved.
So we've talked about so many elements of what really makes the screen sparkle. But there is something to the artistry of bringing that all together, presenting you with the tapestry that we see on screen. And that's entirely up to the DP or the cinematographer.
And we're going to have to go down under to our friend Emma from Spooky Astronauts, who I feel like is the most qualified to tell us about cinematography. She knows so much. Like, if you ever watch her show, she is just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to horror. Send it over to Emma.
Hi friends, it's Emma, also known as Spooky Astronauts here on YouTube. I cover disturbing films, horror movies, thrillers, all the good stuff, and I cannot wait to talk about today's nominees for the category of cinematography. And the nominees are The First Omen, which I think was a huge surprise in terms of the stylization. It really matched the 70s aesthetic of the original, and I was very surprised by this. It's a beautifully shot film. Next is Maxine, which is in the X trilogy by Ty West. This film was set on 80s slashers. I don't think the choices made in terms of the cinematography were that on point, especially compared to Pearl and X, but I get where you're coming from, okay? I get some of it, which says a lot about how I felt about the film. Next is Longlegs, which now with the monkey being released, I feel like this really has set up where Oz Perkins is going in terms of his stylization. The wide shots, the isolated suburban eeriness. I think it's beautiful, and especially the color scheme in this film. You can tell where he drew inspiration from, but he made it his own thing. I cannot wait to see more of this stylization, and I was really happy to see some of it emulated in the monkey. I saw the TV glow. Oh my gosh, this is a nostalgic trip. This film is full of neon lights. It's a trip inside your psyche, sometimes to the darkest points. Such a beautifully contained film that really nails the atmosphere. And of course, it has to be here, Nosferatu. Such a stunning piece, a stunning period piece with a lot of wide landscapes, sweeping landscapes, haunting landscapes. I said in my review for this, every single frame looks like a painting. Were you not in awe watching this film? At least looking at it, even if you didn't like the content in the film, you can't deny how beautiful it really was to watch. And then finally, another personal favorite of mine, which is Mads. This is such an interesting film, the way it's put together. It's a single take horror movie, which really puts a spell on the audience. And I do think that's down to the cinematography and not just the stylization of the whole film. So I think that this is a really good contender as well. This is actually one of my top 10s of 2024. But the winner, it is so obvious to me. Is it obvious to you? The chosen winner of this category, Best Cinematography of a Horror Movie 2024, is Nossie. That's what we call him in Australia. Nosferatu, congratulations. I hope you guys are enjoying the awards.
I love Emma. We've hung out a lot on Ghouls Night Out. She supposedly, if she ever comes to visit me, we're gonna get inner lip tattoos sometime.
Yeah, and Emma honestly knows her shit. Like, I don't feel like anybody else can like really tackle that category.
Whenever
and,
you
like,
say knows your shit, I think of those people who like log their bowel movements every day.
I don't know anybody that does that, but I know that Spooky Astronauts really knows her horror, and she knows exactly what she's talking about, and we're so lucky to have her back. So, thank you, Emma.
Something that gets overlooked a lot of people, they watch movies and they're like, well, I don't want to read when I watch a movie. But I think if you're of that opinion where you're not going to watch a film that's subtitled, you're going to miss out on some pretty great films. And a lot of those great films are foreign language. So we make it foreign language, not foreign, just because I think there is a barrier for a lot of people when it comes to subtitled films.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our friend, Ivan from the Movie Void, present this one, namely because he can pronounce most of the names.
Yeah. Not from around here, but currently lives in L.A. near to our friend Ronnie Angel, and sometimes they party, I hear. But Ivan, you and your cute little unicorn, I can't wait to see what
Carlos!
I know.
I love Carlos.
Let's bring him in and see what best foreign language horror film we got.
Hello, horror addicts, voiders, and all friends of scary things around the world.
It's very cold, gross, and rainy in LA right now.
We are here to present you with the award for Best Foreign Language Film of 2024. And the nominees are Exuma from Korea,
Infested from France,
The Coffee Table from Spain,
Chime from Japan,
The Devil's Bath from Germany,
Mads from France,
and the Oscar goes to...
That's not an Oscar. That's the award for the best Halloween costume from last year.
You don't have to tell them our secrets, Carlos. Now's not the time. The world is filled with too many secrets, don't you understand?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
The Oscar goes to...
The coffee table.
You're right, JT. Godzilla did win last year, but this year it goes to furniture. The Coffee Table. God, that movie was
That movie wrecked me.
It was like...
It's on Shudder.
It's hard to get through, but at the same time, you're just like, oh, I love this. Like, I can't wait to see what happens next. Don't hold your babies over really tacky furniture that could kill them.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of that, dogs are going on crazy attack.
You know what I think this is a good time for?
Well, hold on. Before we get to an break, I want to say, Ivan, thank you, and his band, if you are in Hollywood, the Hollywood Undead.
Ivan also makes a lot of movies.
Yeah, Ivan, he's down there, like I said, he's partying with Ronnie Angel, who is also presenting later tonight. Thank you so much, and Carlos, that cute little unicorn with just the right amount of sass.
I love Carlos.
Yes, I do
What
too.
is that accent? I don't even know, but I love it.
I don't know, but Carlos, I kind of wish Carlos lived here on our couch.
Brandon, I agree. This has been a great year for those of us who adore spiders. I have a large collection of spiders I have adopted, and Infested and Sting were fantastic.
How many tarantulas do you own currently?
I own 4 tarantulas, 4 jumping spiders, and a couple other spiders.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of spiders in my house that I allow to live because I love you so much.
They're fantastic, and you're lucky.
Anyways, thank you, Ivan. We appreciate that. And the coffee table, yes. Whew. I saw a review for that, I believe, on the Movie Massacre show, and I had to go check it out. And, goddamn, like, I just, like, especially Gory here, she's like, oh my god, be more upset. And I'm like,
it was anxiety encapsulated.
I might be quiet about it. I'm very upset. Like, I really want to know what's going to happen next. And so, I think we're going to do our last break. Wait, what the hell is this? It says Onyx is hanging out in the green room with LP. What the hell is LP? Did Onyx, you don't get +1s? There's a +2 even? And it means Amazon Prime, right? This is an ad for Amazon Prime. Why does it just say Prime ad?
Stay tuned. We've got Drumdums, Carnage, Candyy, Dr. Wolfula, and more after this message.
Onyx, what are you doing?
Got a lot of love for Brand New Prime. Oh. Metamoon, it's our new flavor. Guys, I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have yet to try it out of the bottle.
Oh, cool.
I
Awesome.
approve the sample flavor.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right? Me and JJ go back and forth.
Oh, I love JJ.
But I have yet to try it out of the bottle.
Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't tried it out of the bottle yet either. I'm excited. Oh, thank you. I'll crack it open, give it a little sippity-doo-dah-ay.
Metamoon, out the bottle. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Brand New Prime flavor.
I already drank it.
Here we go.
Oh,
God.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
We don't miss.
No, you don't miss.
I gotta be honest, we don't miss.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see that movie, The Last Unicorn?
It's very clean.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like the last unicorn's piss. Oh, but not in a bad way. Nah, just call me Schmendrick.
So that's what
Yeah,
it is.
or
What you
it
just
kind of
said.
feels like Rainbow Bright rode Starlight for a little too long and got nauseous and vomited up into this bottle, and now I'm drinking it, but not in a bad way.
That's actually a great description of it.
Yeah, the Rainbow Bright thing?
We have been describing it as a flavor so good we can't describe it.
Oh.
Which is a horrible description.
Yeah, did you ever see Troll 2?
Maybe.
When the people melt and they turn into all that goo, and then the trolls come and eat them up?
Also,
yeah, it kind of tastes like what I imagine that would taste like.
It's like they took all of the flavors that like dropped into a tub that fell off the.
You should probably name it Nilbog's
threw them
juice.
all into one punch together, and like, well, what do we name it?
Yeah,
and just came up
yeah,
with
but so
a random
really,
name.
I thought I was here to promote my movie being on Amazon Prime. I didn't think I was here to taste test your drink.
But it is
Prime.
But listen, man,
but-
I give it a thumbs up.
Nice thumb.
Oh yeah, but thumbs up. But for real, my movie's out now on Amazon Prime.
So many mixed emotions. I never thought Logan Paul would be on the Oscars, and he's already ruining like WWE with his Prime everywhere. Ugh, but okay, fine, whatever. Onyx, we love you that much. So you can only find his movie on Amazon Prime, Tubi. You can also find it on Vudu, aka Fandango.
And Screenbox, which is where I watched it. If you haven't seen Onyx the Fortuitous One and the Talisman of Souls, it is the first feature film of Onyx, who you might have seen him on a lot of YouTube videos on Bowser Vids.
Yeah, weird
Onyx
E3 guy. He was
is
weird.
a lot like us, weird 90s kid who never quite grew up, and, you know, he's a Satanist. And he gets to go over to his, he gets invited to this big gathering of some of the most elite.
And who is the satanic cult leader?
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs. And guess who is his mom?
Barbara Crampton.
And when Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton get together, it's always an
Magic
amazing
happens.
movie. Yes, exactly.
This movie has such a great production value. It's really fun. It's got a great soundtrack. If you have ever wanted to see somebody redo the iconic Michael Bay directed Meatloaf video for I Would Do Anything for Love, it's got you covered.
But what does it give us that one video didn't give us? The one thing we really wanted? A live action sexy gadget wreck wrench
And
from
if that's
Rescue
your kink,
Rangers.
it's also got you covered. So do check out Onyx the Fortuitous One and the Talisman of Souls. Danny, since we have first watched it, we've bought it.
Mhm.
And I think he has rewatched that more than any movie in our collection, and we have a big collection. He even has the storybook coming soon, which I might have to do a gory story time for.
Yeah, I can't wait to read that storybook. I also have the Mad Ball, Onyx Mad Ball. All right.
We love Onyx. Onyx is fantastic.
I've
He's our
made
people.
all my friends that are local watch it. Even Ronnie Angel, who
Local
lives in
people?
Burbank, like California, watch it. Which Onyx is going to be performing his movie at Burbank in the Comic Zone Be Kind Rewind comic book store or video store. I don't know. I don't live in Burbank, but go check it out on the March 17th, 2 days from now.
So, speaking of performances, I think one of the kinds of performances that may be overlooked is child performances. I mean, you're barely learning the language and how
Acting
to
is
people
hard.
and, you know, how to do your bowel movements in the proper places so that you don't
Mhm.
ruin the furniture. And then here you are acting. Like, that is a whole thing that's like just kind of above like what anyone else is doing. So we like to celebrate our 18 and younger performers in the horror genre. Presenting this year somebody who knows a thing or two about child performers.
Yes, they're a very proud father. They have also appeared in Stranger Things, a very kid-led movie, show that's on Netflix. So we're going to give it over to
Heard of it.
Lee from Drumdums. We think you're very qualified, and God, we love Lee.
We love Lee. We've been friends with Lee for like over a freaking decade now.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's fantastic.
Take it away, Lee.
Take it away, Lee.
What is up, everyone? This is Drumdums, and I've been asked from my great friends Gory B Movie and Danny Nightmare from the Horror Addicts to be a part of the scares once again, and it's always a pleasure. I always come running when they ask because these are just really fun award shows for horror fans, and I think they do the best. I really do in terms of horror. And I've been really great friends with them for a decade now, which is insane to me, guys. Insane. And I love you guys so much. You always have my heart. And they've asked me to do Best Child Performance for the year of 2024, which sounds really fun because I was actually in Stranger Things. I was an extra for season 1 and season 2, which was really, really, really cool. So let me put my glasses on because I'm old. Let me read the nominees for Best Child Actor. Okay, nominees are McKenna Grace for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Jordan Preston Carter from Salem's Lot, Dan Ho from Speak No Evil, Alicia Ware from Abigail, Alila Brown from Sting, and Anthony B. Jenkins from Never Let Go. A lot of really, really great nominees for this year. And I'm excited to announce the winner. Tough competition, but the winner is Alicia Ware from Abigail. Well-deserved. If a child can pull off a horror villain and be extremely menacing, frightening, terrifying, then I think they deserve to win because this is a horror category. And I think Alicia Ware did a fantastic job in this movie. I've been meaning to give this another watch, actually. I liked Abigail. Really, really, really fun. So thank you, Gory and Danny, for asking me to be a part of this. As always, I will happily be here every single year with bells on. Okay, and I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful March, and love you guys. Take care of each other, and back to you, Gory and Danny.
Lee. I'm talking about fucking Lee. All right, next year.
Lee.
I better see some bells. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter. You don't have to wear anything, just as long as you're filming.
He has to wear something.
If he's filming from the waist up, I don't care what he's wearing. It could be nothing. But anyways, Lee, thank you so much. And yes, those were very talented youngsters, because acting is hard, even when you're 40 plus like us. Acting's hard. So
I did an acting once.
I remember, I pushed myself into drama just because I was going to be a pro wrestler, and I figured it would help, and I do think it really did. I'm not the best, but I'm the best around because I've pushed myself to act.
Now, all you carnivores, we're getting into those meaty awards. The ones you just want to sink your teeth in. The ones that even the Oscars do. But these are all horror nominees. We're going to kick it off with Best Actress. That is our people who identify as female, who've been in horror movies this year and act their freaking socks off. They have no socks on anymore. Presented to you by one of my favorite ladies on the platform, Carnage Candy.
Yeah, no socks, no leggings. Give it to us, Lizzie.
Hello, like I'm sure y'all said, to be presenting for Best Female Actress in Horror for 2024. The nominees for this category are Demi Moore for The Substance, Naomi Scott for Smile 2, Nell Tiger Free from The First Omen, Samara Weaving, of course, personal favorite of mine, from Ezrael, Sophie Thatcher, again another personal favorite, for Heretic, a movie I definitely loved, and Lupito Nyong'o for A Quiet Place Day 1. And, drumroll please, the winner is Demi Moore for The Substance. I honestly am so excited for her to win this award. Absolutely love and adore her. So love to see her having this comeback, especially in the horror genre. So congratulations, Demi Moore, on your win for the 2024 Oscars. And as always, thank you, Horror Addicts, for having me. And enjoy the rest of the Oscars. Bye.
Thank you, Lizzie. Rock. Sweet as candy.
We only have 3 awards left.
Yeah, and congratulations to Substance.
The Substance was incredible. If you have not seen it, you need to check it out.
Demi Moore, she was nominated.
She was in Parasite, not that fancy one that won an Oscar. The other one.
That was a good movie though. But yeah. Demi Moore, she was in a lot of movies that I love. She was in Beavis and Butthead Do America, which is one of the best movies ever made.
It's true.
But they did actually at least nominate her in the Oscars. But here she won the Oscar because she's damn well deserving. I mean, goddamn, and The Substance, The Substance was great, but I don't think it would have been as great without her.
No, not at all.
So
not at all.
She elevated what was already art.
Yeah, Parasite 3D.
Beyond art.
Screw me soup, you know what I'm talking about.
Good job, Demi Moore.
All right. So we've talked about them best actresses. But if you're bringing in a little male energy to your role,
my tag partner, Ronnie Angel, can bring a lot of male energy. We are the All-American Ass Kickers. We have been a pro wrestling tag team for almost 20 years now. God, we're old. But we still go up to Canada. We still kick a lot of butt. He's down in California kicking ass. He's also an actor. You might have seen him in, like, the latest
he's been in so many movies.
So many movies, but he's also was in, like, Lord of Acid's recent music video. He was in Zombie 8, which is the only reason to watch that movie.
And a published author.
Yes. Exactly. He's a published author. In fact, he won.
He wrote Slash Dreams 1 and 2, and recently he published a book about his experiences growing up in a mortuary with his father called Death in the Family.
Which has a chapter here in Wenatchee, which they actually talked about me and interviewed me for. But yes, he's an Oscar winner for Slash Dreams 2, The Nightmare Continues. Let's send it over to Ronnie and Bruce. Wait. Holy.
No, where did he go?
Where are our dogs? Anyways,
where did our dog
Brewster,
go?
You're so cool. Where you at?
You're so cool, Brewster.
Arr, you're so cool, Brewster. I love you. Yeah. Okay, I got some work to do. Ow. Hey, what up, horror fans? This is Ronnie Angel, author, actor, professional wrestler, and previous Oscar winner. I had the best book in 2017, I believe it was. And I've got my latest book, Death in the Family. It's pretty cool. It's about growing up in the funeral business. So a lot of people have been interested in that, asking me questions about it over the years. I thought I'd go for it. So I've got that. Of course, Slash Dreams and Slash Dreams Part 2, the ultimate guide to slasher movies. And I'm here to give you the Oscar for the Best Actor of the Year. Now, I will read off the nominees, and then I will let you know what the winner is. The nominees for Best Actor of the Year are Hugh Grant. Wait, it says Huge Grant. Is that right? Is it Huge Grant now? Or is that a typo?
These are all iterations of the same source material.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, why not? Huge Grant for Heretic.
But I'm a creep. Huh? I'm a weirdo.
James McAvoy for Speak No Evil.
Because you let us.
David Dastmalchian for Late Night with the Devil.
Why do you call him that?
Justice Smith for I Saw the TV Glow.
I'm dying right now!
David Johnson for Alien Romulus.
Maybe it's because I'm on this seafood diet. Like seafood, I eat it.
And we also have Cole Sprouse for Lisa Frankenstein. Let us see what is in the magic envelope here. And the Oscar winner for the Best Actor of the Year is... Oh, that's cool. It's David Dastmalchian, if I'm saying that right, for Late Night with the Devil.
I disagree.
Yeah! Yeah, I think y'all did a great job voting for him. And I wholeheartedly agree with that one. So, David, enjoy your Oscar. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Ronnie.
Congratulations, David Dasmalchin.
Was he saying it wrong? Well, I mean, I can't say it right. I'll be
But we
honest.
love Ronnie Angel. I'm gonna be his groomswoman next year.
I'm gonna
What's
be his
up?
best man.
What's up?
So
We have a whole unboxing where we found out that tidbit over here on Horror Addicts.
Yeah, exactly. Check that out as my latest video. But
we only have 3 awards left. Are you guys excited? If you are excited, if you're lurking in the chat, if you have not commented this whole show, I want to see them knife emojis in the chat. What's up? What's up, Kevin Rock Hardson? He presented earlier. That was cool.
Yes.
So what's next? We did
We only
the
have
best
2
actor,
awards.
which
We only
gosh,
have left.
even though he didn't win, I love David Dasmalchin. He's fantastic.
Oh, he did win.
I was gonna segue into something else, but David Dasmalchin absolutely deserved it. He actually was chosen because of this article he wrote on horror in Fangoria. He knows horror so well. He's in so many horror documentaries. Absolutely deserved it. But fantastic nominee this year was Hugh Grant.
Huge Grant?
Huge Grant.
That's my fault.
That's what Danny put on the ballot. But
when we were
Hugh Grant was
voting, I actually
fantastic
wrote
and
huge.
Heretic. So didn't win, but fantastic follow up. I was so impressed. Oh, we got them knives in the chat. Give me them knives in the chat. Next, we're gonna present. We're not gonna present it because we don't. We just have other people do it.
Dr. Wolfula has been so nice, and he's done this every year for 8 years.
I remember
8
the very
fucking
first
years.
year he did it. Dr. Wolfula is my favorite
So,
YouTube channel.
8 years ago, 9 years ago, we did like a little fake one that we did on the gory Ghouls Night Out.
Fake one, my butthole.
It was just like a little prototype, like, because I've been wanting to do this ever since I started our scare, like, Horror Addicts in 2015. Or 2000.
We're so old.
We're so old. I think 2015 is when I wanted to do this. But I knew we weren't ready yet. And then I remember, like, when
Rainbow Fright! Hi. Sorry, I got distracted.
D-Ray! When, I finally was like, okay, we could do this. And I was like, holy crap, maybe we get Screaming Soup to do Best Animated. Maybe we could get Brian Barnes with his Grim Reaper to do Best Death. And maybe we could get, like, I wonder how many, like, awards we could get different people to. And Gory was like, we could probably get a different person for each award. And I was like, mind blown. And so that's just kind of how it all happened. And she got Dr. fucking Wolfula to do us Best Director.
My favorite YouTuber. So good.
He's amazing. Sid, who does it, and, like, he's got Ghoulish as well. Dr. Wolfula is so mean to Ghoulish, but he's so nice to us. Like,
so nice.
He does this every year, even though a lot of things people might disagree. You might want to cancel Dr. Wolfula.
Never!
I will always stand by him because he's always done us right.
We're from the 90s. We're not allowed to cancel anybody.
He's always done us right. And he's going to do us right this year. Dr. Wolfula, Best Director, 8th time in a row.
Greetings, I'm your not host, Dr. Wolfula, live presenting the award for Best Horror Director at Horror Addicts Scares 2025. I'm honestly kind of surprised they called me back this year to present the award after all those terrible things I said at last year's show, and my lewd, incredibly inappropriate behavior during the show's after party. I mean, just last week I intentionally hit a kid on a bike with my Toyota Yaris. None of my very public controversies seem to have any impact on me being here presenting today. I mean, I've never apologized for any of these things, despite the urgings of my agent and publicist. But I'm still here anyway, presenting the award for Best Horror Director of 2024. And the nominees are Fede Alvarez for Alien Romulus. He got a great performance out of an actor that's been dead for 5 years. Corley Fargiet for The Substance. A director who's got some substance. Tim Burton for Beetlejuice. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't say his name a third time. Zelda Williams for Lisa Frankenstein. All right, sure. Arkasha Stevenson for The First Omen. It's actually The Sixth Omen, false advertising. Robert Eggers for Nosferatu, the leaked Dracula sex tape. And Anna Kendrick for Woman of the Hour. I don't watch Netflix. And the winner for Best Horror Director of 2024 is Corley Fargiet for The Substance. Oh, this is such an exciting honor for her, I imagine. But since she isn't here to accept her Oscar award, I guess I'll take it. Okay, I'm being told I can't take the Oscar. Well, whatever. I guess I'm gonna go back to my hotel room, take a bunch of pills, and go on a rampage all night across the city. year.
What happened at the end?
I don't know. Fix it. Go
I'm
back.
gonna fix it.
Greetings, I'm your not host, Dr. Wolfula, live presenting the award for Best Horror. I guess I'm gonna go back to my hotel room, take a bunch of pills, and go on a rampage all night across the city. See you guys next year.
I love him.
I don't know what happened, but yes, after party at Dr.
fixed
Wolfula's, it's just at the hotel down the street. We will go there and we will party with you. That's why we bring you back every year. You're the best to party with, Dr. Wolfula.
I love Dr. Wolfula. He's the best.
He can do no...
What?
Monster
Oh,
face?
fuck
What do you...
Monster face.
What did he... So, Michael Myers wasn't eating at the buffet with you guys? Where's our dogs?
I don't know.
Wait, he wasn't eating at the buffet, but our dogs are missing? Ugh. Hopefully, Michael Myers did not eat our dogs. Okay, well, anyways, thank you so much, Dr. Wolfula. Like I said, I don't care. He can be a dick all he wants around place. He's fun to party with, and he's always super nice to us because he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to do this for him at all, but he does. Because he's a fucking genius. Dr. Wolfula.
So, we've got our tiny wines out. You know what this means?
And you know what it means?
You know what
it
this means?
It means
I keep them in my lunchbox because it's got everything I need in it.
You've had 3 doses of Onyx already, but those were just ads for his movie, which
They're just
go
tasters.
watch them on Amazon Prime, Tubi, or Fandango. I don't care. Go watch
I want
Onyx
you.
and Fantastic.
I want
It's
you.
an amazing movie.
Because I introduced Danny to Onyx and
It
Fortuitous
was
one.
the best movie of 2023.
I want you to go watch this, and then I want you to DM me or just tag me on social media and tell me how much it changed your life. Because seriously, it fits this perfect niche. If you were born anytime in the 80s or 90s, you're going to get the references. You're going to... It just speaks to your sweet 80s or 90s kid soul. So if you have not seen this yet, check it out on Screenbox, Vudu, Amazon Prime, or Tubi. And tell us how much you love it. Because I swear this may be your next favorite movie.
You can buy the Blu-ray on Amazon. That's what I did.
Andrew Bowser, who I think he's like the wrangler for Onyx.
Yeah.
He does so much cool stuff. He did an Onyx the Fortuitous One storybook, which we pre-ordered last year. He makes so many just neat little things, like this odd little mad ball.
I love mad balls.
We just love it. We love it. And it's something we kind of stumbled on, watching Here for Blood on Screenbox, which was so good. But if you have not seen this yet, definitely check it out. If you're watching this stream, if you're a horror fan, it is for you.
Yes. If you like Meatloaf, if you like Rescue Rangers, if you like Radio Flyer, of all things, you'll love this movie.
First time I've heard a Radio Flyer reference in, forever.
All right. So, Onyx, what was the best horror movie of 2024? Tell us.
Meow meow, Onyx the Fortuitous here to announce the category Best Horror Film of 2024. I don't know. And the nominees are Alien Romulus, The First Omen, Heretic, Late Night with the Devil, Longlegs, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Terrifier 3. And Scare goes to The Substance. Big congratulations to Coralie, Demi, and Margaret Qualley. But the biggest of all congratulations goes to Monstro Elisa Sue. God damn, she's fine.
Cheers, our tiny wines.
And cheers to Sue. Ow.
Like we said, that is like the third act of that movie is almost like
I
a
feel
gore
like
movie.
The Substance, especially, I'm a woman who's getting a bit older, and I feel like The Substance is definitely trying to, be relatable for women who are of a certain age. I am this age. But yeah, I have never been so insecure about my age until I saw Monstro Elisa. Like, girl, you had it all. And the confidence when she's putting on those rings. She's birthing boobies from her forehead. I'm just like, girl, I want to be you. I want to be you.
JG Horror says it looks like one of those clones from Alien Resurrection. It does, and it's like, but it doesn't say kill me. It says praise me, and we fucking do. We do say
Monstro
praise.
Elisa is the queen of my world.
She's got it going on.
I hope you guys had a fantastic Oscars. We've been doing this for 8 years now. So many of you guys have been here every single freaking year, seen us hand out dozens of carries And it honestly, we can't do this without you. Your nominations, your votes, you guys participating in the chat. You guys really make this what it is, because it's not the Oscars where it's just a small group of people who are deciding who these awards go to. You guys decide. And we're going to need you again next year for the 9th annual Oscars.
Yes, definitely let us know what your nominees are. We will have the committee vote. They're all horror community related. And we will have people who not only we want you to like check out, but we will have movies you want to know about. That's the whole point.
Every year we raise the bar. We try to make this a better show every single year. Absolutely let us know what you want to see next year. Please, after the show, check out the description in this stream. It's going to have links to every single channel and podcast that participated in this show. Please check them out. They are well worth your time, as you saw by them presenting on this show tonight.
They're all worth your subscription, as you can see. They've all done their best to present, and we are super thankful because the Oscars wouldn't be the Oscars without them.
And of course, your host tonight, Danny Nightmare, wrestler, actor, director extraordinaire, devilishly handsome man. If you haven't already, if you came here to see one of your favorite presenters, do subscribe to Horror Addicts, because Danny will keep you entertained until our Oscars next year with his sidekick Monsterfish. Maybe I'll be there. Who knows? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be over on my channel, Gory B Movie, with Killer Kayla. We're going to do a lot of book club streams. You can check us out next week, March 20th. We would love to have you and talk about books. But, we might also just want to talk about some of our favorite movies, like Uninvited, where a mutant cat pukes up a smaller mutant cat, because, I don't know, it's kind of what I'm into.
Yeah. And if you become a member of Horror Addicts, not only will you get, cool, unique badges, but you can also help me, pick what my next review will be. I have a whole poster, 1 through 100, and you get to tell me what number to unscratch, and I will have to review that movie.
Yeah, we'd love to have you guys participate in that. If you enjoyed this stream, please let us know in the chat by wishing a happy birthday to one of our dearest friends, Ariel. So please say happy birthday to Ariel in the chat if you enjoyed this stream.
Exactly. And yesterday was Zombrie from Are You Afraid of the Are You Afraid podcast. She had her birthday yesterday. Go check them out and follow them. Also, just check everybody out. In the description below, we have them all listed there. Onyx. Also, I want to tell you, Andrew Bowser has a movie coming out, a short film called Frankenbabes. If you would like to donate to getting better sound effects and better visual effects, that would be great for his GoFundMe. It is down below. Check it out.
Huge thank you to everyone who presented this year. We loved your presentations. Thank you for keeping us entertained. Thank you for producing incredible content all year round.
Yes.
We hope to see you next year.
And
thank you to everybody in the chat. You guys make this show super fun.
Exactly. We get to interact with you. We get to show everything to you, and hopefully.
And if you're a lurker and you're watching, because there's a lot more people watching than we're commenting in the chat, comment next time. We promise we'll like you.
We like lurkers, even if they don't comment. All right. Thank you so much. Cut.
Blessed be.